We're here.
Welcome to another session of Disciples of Eldermythe. Hey, I'm your DM, Eric Millett, aka Kilior. We are picking up where we left off last week, arriving in Luskin sometime in the 1400s, as best as the party can discern at this time. We are down a player tonight. Pat, who plays the drow Yorvith, is unavailable to join us tonight due to personal commitments. Sounds so formal, doesn't it?
It does.
And we also are down Kokai in person. Arya is joining us remote. And we're just waiting on Antanas to arrive so that we can get the Kokai miniature from him.
Is that like Onyxun?
That's like Onyxun.
Oh, okay. I'm just checking.
Kokai, the
fighter
Roman,
formerly known as
Kokai.
There we go.
Kokai.
There's Kokai. And there's Onyxun.
All right, so Mr. GM, did you look at the timeline that I put together?
I did. There's some corrections which I'd like to go over with you, but not tonight, because they're not pertinent to tonight's game.
Okay, but 1400 part of it is correct?
Let me double check that part again. I
don't want to make incorrect assumptions of when we are based off of that.
Yeah, hang on.
And Stella is my timekeeper of when and where we are, so I have no idea.
Sorry, a little bit of homework. We are working in a time traveling campaign, so there are often questions like this and confusion.
Little bit. It's like
and given that I'm the only one that's been keeping track of those things.
I mean,
in character.
I've got my.
Well, I figure you have, but I mean of us players.
Right. Well, you're the only one that knows.
And just so you know, Eric, we lost the camera for the table again.
Oh, it did. Look at that.
Oh my God. Eat some of that.
Guys, you can
I think you got a loose connection or something.
Oh, you're trying to be good.
I'm trying.
I'll move.
I think it's just that
I've got so much
bandwidth
this conversation
going through
last
this whole thing.
I'll have some dip.
Pass him the dip.
I'll have some.
There you go.
Pass it here.
Gorilla arms.
I won't be good, but I'll eventually probably.
I have Swiss rolls.
Yodelier.
Otherwise known as ho-hos.
So I will tell you this much based on your timeline.
Mhm.
Your Kokai timeline is off.
Okay. Yeah, that was a guess.
Because you first run into Kokai in 1650, sometime around 1650.
Ah, okay.
And he is not traveled through time.
Okay.
But aside from that, everything else looks pretty close.
Okay.
All right. So sometime in the 1400s, just outside of Luskin, you guys are at the gates.
Yes.
The guards are extremely interested in you, Shalfan. You see the clergy of the town come out through the gates, and they're presenting themselves to you, and they're trying to usher you in. We must learn more from you.
I have not much to learn myself. But yes.
So in-game knowledge question.
Yes.
Eric. Where is Luskin in relationship to Mithril Hall?
If you head west towards the coast, it is a coastal town. To the west of Mithril Hall.
How far? Day's journey.
It would be a few days' journey. It's about a day's journey to Luskin from Blackford Crossing.
All right.
And that's only because the roads at this point are treacherous, and that there are bandits. So the roads are in bad shape intentionally. The passage from Blackford Crossing Blackford Crossing to Luskin is a bit treacherous. It takes about a day.
All right. Still is kind of looking through his notes and says, I think the last time that we were in this time period was when we tried to get the gem to raise Lily.
Oh.
Hmm.
We've come back this far before? Uh-oh.
Hello?
Headset.
It just dropped out about the last 10 seconds.
Can you hear us still? Did you lose us at all, Arya?
I'm good.
No,
Can you hear me?
this is a problem with my headset.
Ah. We've been back this far before?
Yes, we have. Because we went back this far to get the gem because we figured that it would be easier to get it from the dwarves in this time period.
Oh. Interesting. All right. Well, what's the plan? Are we going in?
So you guys look, and they're ushering Shalfan away from you.
Hey! But we gotta follow Shaw.
Yeah. Go with them.
We scurry up behind
I
Shaw.
He's completely
I follow-
engulfed in religious-looking cloak
I
wearing.
also have my hood up.
They're very much. You see, they're decked out in the adornments of the clergy. They're definitely. Roll a perception.
I'm like, do they
check.
have any symbols on them?
Roll a perception check. Anybody who would
I'm
like
very
to.
perceptive, guys. No, I'm not.
26.
26.
9.
Oh, I'm sorry, 27. Sorry.
27. 9.
19.
19. All right. You notice that they, for those of you who have,
Not me.
not
My
you.
hood slipped down.
There are the majority of the people who have now swarmed around Shalfan they look to be members of some sort of a clergy, of a religious group. They're adorned differently, as best as you can tell. Some are they're all different colors in their robes. Some are wearing fine silken robes with burgundy adornment and gold chains around their necks.
Mr. T.
Yeah, it's totally Mr. T. It's actually it's the House of Tea.
The chair.
Is
It's a tea house.
Yeah, beautiful, right? There's some that are in more, very stark white and teal accented robes with what appear to be almost like a silvered
Mantle?
yeah, it almost looks, it's like a mantle. There's something strange about it. You notice it's almost like
All I could think of is like a tinfoil, like keeping the
yeah, it's totally a dog, like post-surgery with
cone of shame, an
cone of
Elizabethan
shame.
collar.
Yes, it's a silver.
So-
No, it's not.
Can I?
It's a mantle across the shoulders, but the purpose of it does not look like it. It looks like it could have been repurposed armor or maybe repurposed restraints.
It's not just to keep them from licking themselves.
It's not to keep them from licking themselves, although there may be a problem with that within the never mind.
Do we recognize any of the religious regalia? Or
Go
can
ahead and
we
make
roll
a
to do so?
religion check, if you would. You rolled a 9 on perception.
Yeah, so
That's a 10.
A 10.
19.
19. You do notice in the crowd, and there's, as you see the adornments, you recognize instantly what appears to be a cleric of Helm. And there's a part of you that reaches out for that. Stell, you notice that on the outskirts of these high priests or these religious acolytes that are sort of swarming Shalfan and ushering him away towards what you can tell to be the religious district of
Hopefully the good one, not the bad one.
that's the main religious quarter, as best you can tell.
what do you mean? What do you mean bad one?
You do notice that there are some on the outskirts that appear to be they're not as finely adorned. They look like they've seen better days. They're in rough shape, and they're sort of pining at the high clergy as they're leading Chalfon away.
No, this
We're
is
going to continue following. Yeah.
All right. I need Stell, if you would, actually, for the rest of the party, I need you guys to roll a check for me. I need an athletics check, please.
Everyone except
Nailed it.
You're not included in this.
23.
athletics.
Athletics.
So that's plus nothing, but I rolled a 15.
15. All right, not bad, not bad. Stell, how'd you do?
What are we rolling athletics for?
You're basically trying to weave in and out of people who are trying to push their way into the horde.
Okay, so athletics is a strength-based skill, but
I'm sorry,
could I
acrobatics.
use acrobatics?
Yes, I apologize.
Still plus 0.
I meant acrobatics. I'm sorry. It's early in the night. It's been a little bit of time.
That's fine. That's fine. That's why I was asking.
Yep.
And because I do much better at acrobatics, so non-natural 20.
It's a okay. What's your actual score?
10.
Okay.
10 plus 10.
I'm a magic horseshoe ice skating in and out.
Yeah. Alexun?
23.
23. Awesome. And Arterar?
1. No one would be surprised if you said 1.
No.
No, 4. No.
Actually, that's a 17. You guys are okay.
Wow, Arterar.
And the
Look at
beat-
Arterar.
you guys all sort of dodge your way in. Moro, you're having a hard time. You sort of lose sight of Stell, but you can
That's really easy to do in a crowd.
It makes me panic a little bit.
you can see the radiant wings of Chalfon sort of up above
Shelley's
of the
blowing.
crowd because of your height and your floating state of
See the wings.
your walk. Shal, they're literally coming in on you, and
Boy.
they're putting hands on you, and they're whispering in language that
Baby whisper.
that sound familiar, but you can't really latch on to understand what they're saying with so much commotion around you, and it's really it's kind of disconcerting. What do you want to do? Besides drop the pencil.
I continue to walk, and I turn and focus on that helm priest over there in the distance.
The Helm Priest has been pushed aside
Pushed
at
aside.
this point.
Wow.
There is a priest in front of you now wearing dark black robes, and there are chains that are literally, they look like they're cinched in so tight onto his frail body that you could actually see the robe bursting away from the chains because of how tight they're constricting on his body. As you can see the chain wrap around his bare arms, you can actually see blood and chafing on his arms, and he just looks at you with a smile.
What is it that you people want of me? We're here. We've come to the town.
They all start to answer, "Oh, I need this from you," and then it's really hard. Who do you want to latch onto? There's a good 4 or 5 people that you can make out in this horde that is literally engulfing you.
I'm looking.
I'm picturing the scene from Jesus Christ Superstar where all the people are trying to get him to.
Yes, you know my inspiration for this.
There you go.
If
If they start singing, though, we're leaving.
Jesus Christ. I look at all right, I look at the guy, the priest with the chains all over it's obvious you've never seen my kind before, and that's why I've been brought into you.
Rotten.
He just looks and smiles and continues. He's not pushing at you. He's just following with the pack, keeping close eyes on you.
He's creeping me. Do I see him at all?
Roll a perception check, an investigation check. Well, you wouldn't really have a reason. We are kind of surveying, so perception is good. What's your passive perception?
I don't have that written down.
What?
I know.
You see nothing then, Jon Snow.
What's your wisdom modifier?
+1.
So your passive perception's 11.
Oh boy. I rolled a 17.
You
Look,
do not,
I have it written down
you
now.
do not actually see. You do see Shelfon's wings.
Okay. But they obscure everything.
There's just a large,
I just
massive horde that's surrounding
Can't stop
him.
staring at his glowing wings.
As I continue to walk, I know the people are touching me because they've never seen me before.
That's
They've never seen something. And I just continue to walk. I don't.
I'm thinking, I'm so glad that's not me.
All right. I'm going to mute that so you all don't have to hear. Hi, Internet. Sorry.
Bling, bling.
All right. That should prevent those notifications from continuing. Yeah, so they're kind of pining at you. There's a mix in the crowd now between, very high religious looking figures and, people who look just very downtrodden, the peasants, the poor, the weak, the meager.
The lepers.
The lepers.
My flock.
Leopard.
Spotted and unspotted leopards.
Oh.
I glare and smile at them as I continue walking along. I keep following the priests as they continue.
Does a 24 hit?
A 24 does hit.
From the side, just a mound of mud hits you in the side of the face.
The shirt's mud.
And then you see a bunch of, finely adorned, religious folk. Enough of that. And they sort of try to build a protection around you. And they're definitely pushing further and further in towards the religious district.
I sort of snicker a little bit.
You don't see that.
Boo.
But you see his wings.
I don't see his wings go. Wow, my view is great.
Do I see it?
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty well tucked in with your...
The good thing is I can run in between everybody's legs.
Yep. You do see him sort of, twinge a little bit from the impact of the mud to the side of the face, and you see it slough down his face and
I smell it.
fall across his armor
Is
down
that
to
mud?
the ground.
Is it
Yeah,
mud?
it's mud. Okay, good.
There's a slight chocolate tinge to the smell. No, it's mud.
It's mud. Okay. I like
Can
it.
I
Better
just
than a
look
tomato.
around, going by and
Chocolatey mud.
What's that?
I just want to look around as we're walking by, like we're in the religious district.
You're heading towards it.
I just wanted to look around, like, do I see the tavern that we had been to before, or anything else that looks?
You guys are heading in
familiar?
the opposite direction.
Okay.
You're heading towards the other side of town.
Great. Okay. I just want to keep an eye out when we get in the religious district to kind of like survey
All right.
what might be there.
So you guys are being led down this street, and the mass has now occupied the entire passageway. The buildings on your right and left are no longer visible to those of you who are in the center. Moro, hovering, being so tall, you can still make out the shops and things to the sides. But for you, Stel, all you can see is this swarm of people around you, as Shawl is, sort of right, just a little bit ahead of you, to your left. Anaksun, you are right up close. They're right behind him to his left. Just a step behind. There are people who try to weave in and out and separate the distance between you.
Nope.
And as they do, you just sort of give them a little bit of a polite nudge off to the side, maintaining your personal space, oddly, in a horde of people.
It's like being in Disney World.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to use a Batman elbow.
Go for it. As you look around,
Myself.
Moro, you can see that the street ahead is starting to open up into a large, sort of circular opening. And you can see that it appears that there are buildings. You can see just at the end of the street, you can see what appears to be two different large, ornately adorned buildings.
Temples.
The one on the left, you recognize a gauntlet up high. And you've seen this before, though it does not feel familiar.
Wearing that.
And to the left, you see two golden wings open with a flame in the center of them.
Do I recognize that one from
Roll
maybe perhaps Blackford Crossing?
Roll a history check if you're looking for a particular time that you would have seen it before.
Mysteries. 16.
I'm assuming the crowd's blocking my view of those,
You
right?
can't see. Yeah, you are literally. You can see.
Because I'm in the crowd.
Yeah, you can see people, and you can see. You've got a.
I can see asses.
Yeah, you can see. You can see a lot of butts.
See more butts.
You can see more butts, but you can particularly see Shalfan's butt. And you make your way just ahead of him, and then you drop back just a little bit, weaving in and out of the larger humanoids.
The more important thing is to stay with him than to be looking around.
You probably can see me pretty good because I tower over most of them.
Yeah, except from 3 foot, anybody over 5 foot towers.
16.
You don't really. It's familiar, but you don't recall from where.
Looks familiar. So I see two symbols that look kind of familiar, but I can't quite place them.
You hear a voice from behind you, Moritar. You look, and it's Arterar.
Huh.
He says, "We should be careful.
Because
These are humans, and these are their deities."
oh, fair. Well, let's be cautious. But I want to know what they're trying to do with Shalfen. Isn't this is strange, right?
It is strange, indeed.
Mhm.
I need to stop acting like Arterar is Spock.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure of his new personality. I know he's much more
very
serious. You know,
He's more serious.
But he's not Spock.
But he's not Spock. Hopefully, Antanas will be here momentarily, and we'll be able to pick up from here. You guys all are maintaining sort of distance in that way. You make your way into this large, circular, open space in the town. In the center, there is a fountain, and you feel like you've seen a fountain similar to this before. Would anybody like to roll a history check?
Yes.
History?
History.
24.
24.
16.
16.
Unless it was in the last month, which I doubt it.
I mean, technically, you haven't been there yet. It hasn't happened yet.
But
18.
for him,
What do we got?
But I don't think I've been there in the last month because we haven't been there because I was in Baldur's Gate.
yeah, we've been away for
2 years.
2 years. So no.
What do you got there, Anaksun?
18.
18?
6.
6. You weren't there anyways originally. Mortar, as you look at this fountain, you instantly are brought back to your time in Baldur's Gate and that strange religious district with those people who were trying to convert people to different orders and different gods. There
Is that where I
are.
got the questionable potion?
It was in the same time frame.
Okay.
As you look at the fountains, there are different various holy symbols facing out from the fountain as you look around it. The gauntlet of Torm, the wings and fire of whatever deity was in that church to the right.
It's rude.
and they all seem to be facing back, based on what you can tell, to a temple
That corresponds.
that corresponds with that particular.
Can I try to just take a look at what other things might be on the fountain? Are there only those two symbols? Or
Those are the
there
only
more?
ones that you can make out as you're approaching the fountain, and you
Okay.
come into this open space.
All right. When we get closer, if possible, I'd like to try to
All right.
see if I
The crowd breaks to the left, and you see,
crane my
Shal,
neck a
you
little bit.
feel a push from these priests, these clerics, these devotees, thank you. Great
You're
word.
welcome. You're welcome.
You're
pushing you off to the
You're
left as you
welcome.
come into this open area. And there's a church that you clearly can see to your left. And it appears to be the entranceway carved of ivory and adorned in a dark, deep mahogany. There's a double mahogany doors around that open
That's what I'm talking about.
that close off this ivory archway surrounded in more mahogany and then beautiful stonework, a stone you've never seen. They're pushing you. They seem to be bringing you towards that,
Okay.
and you hear some commotion. And you start to feel the crowd starting to push you away from that church.
With a passive perception, can I see what's going on with that commotion?
Sure. It's actually coming from your left, the direction in which you were starting to get pushed.
Okay.
And it's almost as if as you were being pushed to the left, a force of equal size started to push you in another direction.
So they're kind of arguing what direction they want to push me in. Is that I get a passive of a 20?
Can
Is that
I
right?
see that he's moving in a direction? And is it one of the temples that I have seen a corresponding symbol for?
So the one that he was being pushed towards, no. And you do get the sense that he's now being pushed in another direction.
Interesting. And I can't quite see where that might be.
And it's starting to get a little bit more difficult to actually make him out as the crowd around him is tightening in. Stell, you're noticing that where you had space to weave in and out of people, that it's getting really, really tight. It's getting to the point where you have no movement space. And I need you to go ahead and make another athletics check.
I want to try to get under his legs and let him block me if I can.
Go ahead and make an athletics check. Or, yeah.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Can I create a space between me and Shal for Stell?
You are maintaining sort of your distance, but it's getting tougher as people are starting to push in from behind. They're literally pushing you into Shalfen's wings.
26.
26, you adeptly just dodge somebody who is about to step on you.
I'm used to that.
And you just tuck right in. You feel a little underneath that grazes across your leg. And as you look down, there is that little halfling that travels with you, literally walking right underneath you.
So if I'm
Don't mind me.
No, it's good to have a friend here.
Just trying to stay with you.
I don't know where they're taking us. To this temple, I guess.
What can you see?
I see these.
I can't see anything from down here.
There's these great ivory doors and
Mahogany doors.
mahogany doors with an ivory arch, and they're taking us to this. It looks like they're taking us to this temple. Do I see any symbols on this temple?
You don't. You see engravings, but it's too hard to make them out at this distance.
If I'm looking up where he is, can I see Anaksun at all? Can I see if there's any gap at all in there?
You can see the back of his top knot.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a horde of people just pushing in. At this point, you're a good 6 or 8 people back,
Mm-hmm.
and there are more people just crowding in around you and are trying to make their way up.
I say to Ardor, we have to try to push our way through. We have to get up with them.
Ardorar
I was hoping for a gap that I could get into up there, but I don't see one.
Ardorar says to you, we need to do more than that. We need to get him out of here. They think he's a savior. They will find out,
Oh.
and they will not
So
be happy.
Oh, so they think he's something that he's not.
That's what I'm getting from the crowd.
Oh, uh-oh. Shock. Hang on. So I will try to message Stell. And I will tell Stell what Ardorar has overheard and caution him that I think we need to get Shalfen out of here somehow.
Do you have any ideas? Because there's a lot of people around here, and it's not like I can fight them out.
I'm just full of great ideas. They would mostly involve me trying to turn him into something else, or if you could alert him, he has wings. Can he do anything with those?
I don't know, but I'm worried that they can hear if I say anything to him. I could try turning him invisible, but they'd still be able to feel him, and we're too close to stuff. Or I could try an illusion. I don't know.
To him?
Anaksun, I need to know, does a 19 hit? Actually.
Yes.
Yeah. A 19 hits? Okay.
Yep.
I need you to take 4 points of damage, and I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please. As you feel something, you feel a blade just slip in between your armor and catch you in the back.
Oh, I have an idea.
18.
18? All right. You feel a warmth in the blade as something feels like it is penetrating your body and dispersing into it. Your body fights it off. You feel as if you are able to resist the effects of what might have been a poison dagger strike.
Hey, Shally.
Yes.
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt him.
I'll immediately say to Shal and Stell, I just got stabbed by something. I think it was poisoned.
All right. I'm about to create
He's
something
right
that's gonna really help us get out of this crowd, but you need to hold on to Shally and pull him out of here. All right?
Got it.
You'll know it. I cast fog cloud centered on my current location.
Okay. Fog erupts from your current location. You guys are having a hard time seeing. Mortar, Ardorar, you guys have no line of sight as this cloud just bursts in the middle. All you can think of is something. Is that an explosion? Was it?
I have no
Was it
idea.
a strike? Was it the ground breaking out from underneath them?
It's only 20 by 20 foot, though.
That's pretty big size.
Yeah.
I mean, they're about 8 people back, so that's
Okay.
I'd wanted to try to message Shalfan.
I mean, what are you guys doing after the smoke? After the fog cloud erupts?
I'm hoping that Kokai is pulling him in some direction and that I can then follow.
All right.
Because I'm kind of holding on to his belt or something.
As the fog cloud erupts, the force of the horde of people swarming around Shalfan pushes you back and to your right, back from the direction from which you originally came. Mortar, you see people starting to stumble back into you and Ardorar.
Oh no.
I need acrobatics checks at disadvantage from Anaksun and Shalfan.
When
As you're being
I
pushed
want
backwards.
to try to message.
This is still the
Yep.
effective fog cloud. 15?
Lowest was 23.
23. You guys maintain your footing as people start pushing you back, but you are getting almost trampled now as people rush in towards the fog cloud.
They're rushing
I'm
into
just
the
going to
fog.
start
They're rushing.
They'd rush out of the fog.
They're expecting to find a miracle. So Shal literally stumbles back into you, Anaksun. You catch a feather. You can feel the feathers of his wings, though they are closed in, as he sort of glances into your right arm.
All right. While I maintain the concentration on that spell, I cast Minor Illusion and start to create screaming human voices saying, "Run. Everybody run."
Okay.
I think if they're looking for a miracle, you should create a minor illusion of a white horse.
I can't do that far enough away.
Okay. Come on.
All right.
I'm trying to get the crowd to run away.
Moritar, you hear voices screaming, "Run! Run! It's horrible! Run away!"
It's horrible. I think that too.
Different
No.
voices, various voices coming out of this gigantic plume of smoke. Oh my God! It's the horror! Run! And people start just pushing right into you and Arterar.
God.
I need you to go ahead and make a athletics check if you are maintaining your ground.
Ooh. 19.
Okay.
Plus nothing. So
19. You literally get pushed directly into Arterar. He just catches you and holds you in place. And you see
thank you.
he throws out an elbow, and the person who pushed you into him gets clocked straight in the face with his elbow. He goes, run away! It's horrible!
That was nice.
He just kind of smiles. Humans.
Are we getting a little more space around us now?
There is definitely more space around you. There are people just running through. There's one literally at your feet. Save us! Save us!
It's just magic. Anaksun, get us somewhere to like an alley or something. We need to get out of the street.
I can't save you right now. There's nothing to fear.
Save us! He grabs onto your leg.
They can't see him.
He does radiate light.
Fog cloud is heavily obscured.
Heavily obscured, but does not smite radiance.
Like
it's not casting
beacon.
darkness.
Dim the fucking light.
Go and pray.
You
my
can't
son.
dim him.
I push him away.
He's
already pretty dim.
Right?
Knock
him out.
I tried to push his head back, like grab the top of his
As
head.
you touch his head, he goes, "Oh, yes!
You are healed."
I create a minor illusion in his ear saying, "The presence of God be with you. Go home."
All right, sorry?
I create a minor illusion of a voice in his ear, in that person's ear, saying, "You must go home and pray for 24 hours."
Okay. And he just starts stumbling around and trying to find his way out of the fog.
Fog is power.
You're getting more space to breathe, Anaksun. What do you want to do?
Get us out of the street.
Shall, what if you go up? What if you fly?
Can I grab you two and fly?
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
You can certainly try.
Okay. I don't know.
We'll be fine.
I know
You go.
I'll go. Okay. You guys gonna be all right?
Fine.
Fly
We're
in
fine.
the
Trying to
cloud.
pull us into a temple.
Okay. I
Because right now there's a giant fog cloud and we can't see.
okay.
It's in my thing, Antanas.
Golden light and energy comes out from my wings, from my body, from my
Cloud
eyes,
is
my
like a
mouth, my
glowing
nose, my
mushroom cloud
ears.
now.
This golden radiance comes out, and my wings
Oh, you just
start
wanted
to
use
illuminate
that.
even more, brighter.
The fog cloud starts to illuminate with holy radiant energy. And for those back far enough to see the top of the cloud, i.e. Arterar and Moritar, you see Shalfan ascend into the sky, above this big ball of fog, and he's just radiant with his arms out as his wings flap. He's not moving that quick.
Oh.
But he's literally as he goes up. And everybody stops and
This divine energy's coming off.
Yeah, great job at
and they're all
blending.
just their jaws dropped on the floor.
When you have a moment in Tanis, check your hangout.
And everybody starts to swarm back in. They're all at the edge of the fog cloud. Arms outstretched to Shal
I
Khan.
see Shal and I message him and I say they think you're some sort of savior and you're here to help them. I don't.
I'm gonna land somewhere.
I don't trust any of them.
I look around.
Because
There are literally people all flocking in, staring and pointing at you. They're as you assess the situation, make an intelligence check. Let me feed you the answer.
Gosh, no. Intelligence.
in a little airplane.
15.
A 15?
Yeah.
You rolled a 3 and you got a 15.
Yeah.
You're proficient?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, 12.
Not a save, a check.
Oh, a check. So 4 then. I'm
4.
sorry.
All right then.
4. Yeah, that's
4.
more. Intelligence is not my big
As
thing.
you look around and you're like,
4.
not being from this plane, having only spent 2 years
Yep.
fallen from the light, not having this experience before, you are overwhelmed and have no idea how to respond. These people are seeking your protection. They're seeking your light. They're seeking your salvation.
I know how to respond.
What do? You really you're confused about where to go. You look around and it seems like from every direction you look, more and more people are coming out of these temples, down the streets, through the alleyways, and rushing out, raising their hands to the sky. Save us!
Shelly.
I stay. I'm hovering in the air and I look for the highest peak on one of the temples and I land.
All right. The highest peak is on a dark black temple.
That was great.
There
Oh, God, no,
are
not that
silver
one.
chains entwined around the columns that go from top to bottom. They're pulled so tight that they look as if they're working their way into the wood, digging into the wood, constricting the wood.
Can I roll?
Constricting the wood.
Can I roll?
I didn't say
check on that?
I'm going off of your intelligence
On my
of 4
intelligence,
roll.
all right.
So
Are you allowed to say that on the internet?
I saw that guy.
What?
Are you allowed to say that on the internet?
I saw that guy with the bloody wrapped arms.
Mm-hmm.
Does it look similar?
Boy, those chains look familiar, but with a 4,
With a 4.
Yeah,
So I said I was landing on the highest peak, so I land.
you land on top of it, and everybody goes, and you hear a collective gasp as everyone stops and looks at you.
That you've chosen. And I look down.
I guess he's not the chosen one.
You see a number of people start to turn away and turn their backs on you. At the distance you're at, you can't make it out, but you guys see people reaching down for stones
Oh no.
and picking them up.
Oh no.
Heretic! And they start throwing stones.
Incoming!
They literally have to roll a natural
I didn't
20.
do anything to you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
One hits you directly in the head.
Yeah.
You take 2 points of damage as a stone smacks you in the head.
Rocky!
Hey!
Hey!
Heretic!
Why are you throwing rocks at him?
People, I've done nothing wrong. I'm not here to hurt anyone.
I'm going to leave the fog cloud up, but try to
There's
go back
probably
towards.
a good 200 people at this point that have swarmed. It is literally shoulder to shoulder at this point.
But are they staying out of the fog cloud?
The fog cloud is amazingly empty. You are sitting there in a 20-foot by 20
Molitor,
foot
get
radius
over here.
of emptiness.
Are they all of human descent?
From what you can make out, yes. Those that you can see are in fact
human
There's
city.
a few that might have a couple, like a little bit of pointiness to their ear, but they also have that gruff, grizzly facial hair in as well. You don't really see much but humans.
I'm going to go to the edge of the fog cloud and see if I can see where Moritar and Arterar are.
Which edge?
Where we came from. I'm assuming they were behind us.
As you look out, you literally see somebody's crotch directly in front of you.
Onyx soon, get over here. I need your height.
I'll go with that. I like it. Onyx soon, you see Stell peek out from the fog cloud and says, "Get in here."
Do you want to hop on my shoulders?
Yes.
All right.
I need a better view.
So you get up on top of Onyx soon's shoulders. This is such a good
It's
mental
not like I haven't done this before.
I know, it's a really good mental picture of the two of you leaning out of a fog cloud with him you further out.
Can we see Moritar and Arterar?
Let me see.
This is a C3PO kind of thing.
Roll a perception check, please. Actually, investigation, because you are actively looking for something specific.
It's the same roll for me. I think it's like within one.
Don't taunt me.
Actually, investigation's better. That's a 28.
You had to beat a 19.
Yeah.
You do see Moritar's horns sticking up above the crowd.
How far away is he?
He looks to
Like a
be
beacon.
about
Like bacon.
Bacon, like a beacon,
35
bacon.
feet away, maybe.
Bacon.
And there are people just sort of swarming around you, like moving their ways across your.
You
so
had
it's
to make
not
it
like-
35 feet. All right,
What's
I'm gonna whistle and see if I can get it and say Moritar really loud.
So you're gonna whistle and say Moritar really loud.
Yeah.
Okay, Moritar, your passive perception is an 11, correct?
Yes.
Cool. I need you to
You
go
also
ahead
see a
and
crotch.
roll a d20 for whistling.
Ah.
You may
Anyone can
roll,
whistle.
you may add your performance modifier to it.
I don't think I have a performance modifier. Oh, I do a +2.
Look up here. Hey, you. Look up here.
16.
16. Moritar. There's a lot of craziness going on. People running around.
So many fucking humans.
You hear Moritar
Hey,
out in the distance.
Hello? I heard.
As you
Did
look
hear
out, over at the big ball of smoke and cloud, fogginess in the distance, and you see
that? Space.
you see Stell leaning out over Alexun's head, which has appeared out of the big ball of fog.
I message him.
And I'm waving.
That is the strangest thing I've ever seen.
And I fully expect a drawing of it.
Duh, get over here.
You can't hear him say that at this point because the crowd is.
She messaged, so I replied.
Okay. So he says, "Get over here."
We need to move over. I don't know if you can see Stell's face, but over toward the cloud.
You're fairly tall,
Fairly
but
average height.
yeah,
But you can see the cloud.
you can see the
That's
cloud.
fine. Okay.
We need to. Stell and Anaxun are over there. We need to make our way that way.
Do we need to cut our way through?
This is very tempting.
I will do.
Roll
what
an intelligence
I will do
check.
what the son of Arish Kagal deems right here.
An intelligence check?
Yes.
It's low.
As he says this to you, that would be, in fact, the fastest way to get there.
Let's, however we need to, let's get over there.
Oh, God.
Hang on.
Flameo.
You pull out.
I'm pulling out the thing.
Oh, the fire mace.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that'll make
The
the
mace
move.
of fire.
Stop pulling out your thing in front of everybody.
Stella, as you're
That's
looking
the easiest
over,
way to clear a crowd.
as you're looking over in anticipation of Moritar and Otterar making their way to you, you see that gigantic flaming mace that he now carries ignite and raise up. And all you see is a head on fire roll away from the crowd. And it just...
Anaksun here's a word that he's pretty sure in Halfling means shit.
You see, most people flock away, and there seems to be a clear path now. You see one or two people.
Holding my staff.
Two people just step in. Heathens, heretics, and you can see that they are carrying a shield and a mace and are adorned in silver plate as they step forward.
We're just trying to get through. It's chaos here.
And I need you two.
Just killed a peasant. That's not just trying to get through. You just killed a peasant.
My intent was to threaten, but you know.
You literally
You hit his head off.
So
He didn't mean to.
That's a dead human, right?
That's a dead human.
Oh, you're less.
You literally murdered a hobo.
That's a literal list.
Murdered a hobo.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
20 on my initiative.
It's
20. I'm sorry, 25
6.
total.
6.
I crit
All
my
right.
initiative. Damn it.
6 plus 0.
All right. And yours was again?
I crit
20.
my initiative.
So
25.
25. All right. Artie, what do you want to do? You've got two humans in shiny silver plate mail. Mace in one hand, shield in the other. And they are the only, everyone else is running away. They step out in front. Heretics, heathens.
I really need to learn message.
Heathens. He's just as religious as you are.
I'm gonna, if I can, I'm gonna withhold my major action to see if they actually choose to attack me, and I will say, "I can smell you from here. Put down your sword and shield.
Put down your mace.
They're totally going to attack
Put down your thing."
All right.
This is a knife.
Steps out at you and charges directly at you.
Fantastic.
He closes the gap with his movement, and he rolls to hit.
Okay.
Motherfucker.
Does a 17 hit?
Yep.
Okay. Take 14 points of damage as the mace cracks you directly in the head.
Awesome.
You feel it crunch the bones in your neck. Actually, you hear them pop.
Wow, man.
Awesome.
Little blood trickles down. You smell humans.
Fantastic.
And he looks at you and he says, "Stand down and surrender."
Surrender?
I'm gonna stand on your corpse.
Last attack, you have held your major action.
So, and I will now strike him
Okay.
justifyingly with.
So
my-
you've got the mace is
Because
ignited.
now, vengeance.
Yep. Crit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit. Double dice damage. Don't forget.
No,
All dice.
Okay, so all dice. Okay, that was going to be
All
my
dice.
question. Thank you very much.
No modifiers, but all
Right, all
dice.
So 2 of those for that. 2 of these for that.
Mama told him to protect me.
Nope, that's for when somebody else holds it. Okay.
Orishkagal said to knock you out.
Mama said knock you out.
32 bludgeoning. Sorry. Yeah, 32 bludgeoning and fire damage if it matters. If I can split it if you need to.
No.
Cool.
No, that's good. You hit him
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
and literally knock his head right back in the same manner in which he hit you. The difference is his jaw continues off of his head.
yeah.
As he
Oh.
knocks his jaw directly
Nice.
off of his head. He turns back. And that's gonna suck.
Does the jaw hit the other guy?
You can't.
Missile damage.
All right, Moritar. You look over, and this flaming jaw just flies by. And you look as Arterar is standing in front of a now jawless paladin of some holier than thou righteous right.
I'm going to hit that same individual with a poison spray.
Okay. Go ahead and do your thing.
Do the thing.
Do the thing. Do the
I
thing.
think
I have to do the thing, don't I?
You have to beat
This is a save, right?
Constitution save, and you need to beat a 21.
Okay, that's not going to go well for him right now. Not with a 5. He fails.
$25
25.
points of damage.
Unable to prevent the poison that is now seeping out and around his body. As he cannot close his mouth, it is permanently opened with the tongue hanging down.
Oh, so good.
It just seeps in through his body, and he just and falls over dead.
You could have walked away.
You say that? I'll give it to you for flavor if you
Yep.
want. All right, the other paladin.
You still
hear-
can.
You hear the shaking of the plate.
Personally,
May
Yeah.
the vengeance of, may the might of.
Never mind.
Torm, what do I do here?
Can I do a little flavor?
You run.
Sure.
I want to spit the blood out of my mouth into his face if I'm close enough.
Into his face?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, let's see what I can use for spitting.
Roll to hit.
I just want to like.
I'm gonna say make it
Roll
a
to
dexterity roll.
Spit hit.
A roll to hit with your dexterity modifier as opposed to your strength modifier.
Fantastic.
This is a finesse weapon.
This is absolutely a. 15.
15 is just gonna hit as a glob of blood just.
Can I make my eyes light up a little bit?
There you go.
Nope. You smell something and you look down
Oh,
as
you
a
are
cut off the rest of his head.
right.
Wear the brown pants.
And he runs off with the rest of the crowd. The path out to the smoke, the fog cloud is now clear.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Another one.
Shalfan,
Yeah.
you hear a voice.
The
Next to
one,
you.
the paladin that's on the ground. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The voice. You hear a voice next to you.
Thank you very much.
Well, isn't this funny?
I look.
You see a strange elf
Oh,
standing,
up,
looking
up
at
in the spires. there?
standing
How,
right
how
next to
curious.
the fire,
Oh,
wearing dark robes.
Oh, my.
How curious.
Yes, it is. What? Why are these people so curious about me? I guess they haven't seen.
They're
What a
curious.
wonderful word. Young elf looks at you. I think they seek your guidance. They think you're some sort of savior.
Oh,
I can't cast that.
well,
And yet, here you are, proving them right or wrong. Flying atop of a tower like this.
I just wanted to get away from the crowd.
I can help you with that.
And what do you mean by that?
Why don't you come inside? We'll get you out of the public eye.
My friends are down there.
I'm sure they are, but you're up here, and everyone's eyes are on you. Why don't you come inside?
1, 2, 3, eyes on me.
You see as a doorway actually opens where you're standing on top of this tower. A stairway appears in the ground leading into this temple.
Could I ask something before I enter?
Well, but of course.
These chains that are twisted around your temple.
Yes.
I saw that on one of your priests down there. What is this place?
We have no priests here.
Oh, You have no priests here.
We have no priests here. Do you wish to seek shelter? We welcome you.
Meanwhile, Artie and I are like, dun, dun, dun.
Yeah,
Keep
man,
walking
get
towards them.
Yeah, you guys are just slow motion walking. People running away. There's this corridor of like people just.
I'm gonna try and use some insight on it, see what I feel about this guy.
You can roll insight, sure.
That was a 21 word.
21 word, yeah. So with a 21 on insight, he's mysterious. He's very guarded, and he seems pretty intent on wanting to help you get out of the public eye. He is cloaked in dark robes. You don't see the chain adornments that you felt like you saw on the previous person that you ran into in the streets. But there is there's something about him that you're just having a hard time putting what he's got. You notice an amulet, and it is purple, and it glows with an energy that is vaguely familiar to you, but you can't place why. But you know deep down, it's almost like a deja vu moment. You've seen something like this somewhere before.
There may be something there.
That familiarity of that amulet makes me feel compelled to follow him.
Okay. The stairway opens up.
Yep.
And you step in.
Bye, Shaw.
As you step in below grade of the ground, it closes up and darkness engulfs you. And a pain racks your body. Meanwhile, in the fog cloud.
That wasn't exactly what I meant.
What do you mean? You told us to come over here. We came over here.
You whacked a hobo's head off.
I didn't. I did no such thing.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him.
I killed a paladin.
You also killed a paladin, but first you knocked a hobo's head off.
The hobo was looking at me funny.
Why did you murder a hobo?
For a hot second.
That's right.
I mean, mission successful. Here we are.
Yeah.
So do we just have to kill them all?
Where did
we don't have to kill anybody.
We don't? Where's the angel dude?
Well, he was. Where did he go? He was up there.
Same, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm guessing that the crowd probably is going to disperse now. But so the safest place is probably BT in the fog cloud where nobody can see the rest of us.
You guys are still in the fog cloud. You hear a lot of yelling. You hear the words heretic, heathen, betrayer. You hear a lot of that as the
Can you message him to get someplace out of sight? Maybe out of the city?
I don't know where he is.
Well, you know where he was, so try that direction.
I
satellite dish.
I will try to message.
You're gonna poke your head out of the fog cloud?
Can I anything in the fog cloud?
Do you know where? This is a highly obscured fog cloud. You do not exactly know where.
I'll try to poke my head out of the fog cloud.
You do, as you look over and you see the large dark tower.
Ah, floating blue demon head.
It doesn't look friendly even to me, and that shit should look friendly to me.
You see there are columns that go all the way from the top of the building to the ground where the entrance of this building is.
This is speaking my aesthetic.
There are chains wrapped around it that are literally looking as if they dig into the columns.
Like in motion, sort of.
Make an investigation check.
Ten.
The burgundy drape tapestry that hangs
is beautiful.
is quite beautiful.
This reminds me of the color scheme in my room. Yeah.
There are no windows into this building, and it's really, as you look at it, it's this just a massive column in itself. The columns come down on either side, but they just make a gigantic rectangle. It's just this one big tower. There's a platform right on the top, and then there seems to be another platform directly below it, maybe 15 feet below the top.
You need to work on their adornments.
And then it's just maybe 6 stories down to the doorway. So there's a single doorway, and it's very narrow. You think, as you look at the doorway, it would be tough for me to fit through this doorway. Somebody the size of, say, Shalfang would have a difficult time with their girth.
Are you saying he's chubby?
I don't.
I'm saying he's buff. He's ripped.
Okay.
I don't see him
like one of
anymore.
those, like, little
Can I
cherubs,
try,
you know?
knowing that he had been over in that direction, can I try to message him?
Most certainly can give it a shot.
Great.
There is no response.
Great. Stell,
The number you have reached has been temporarily disconnected.
Stell, I cannot get through to him. I don't know where he is.
Where was he last seen?
You see that? Oh, wait, come out of the cloud. See that big scary thing?
We all poke our heads out of the cloud.
The
I have
not
it
well decorated dark towers that
What
he
it-
was
what-
there.
Is there any like banners or anything on the tower that could tell us what the kind of building is?
Abandon all hope.
The only
He's
banners
all
that
here.
are from
Winter
the tower. So as you look at it, there are columns on the far left and far right that go from all the way to the top to all the way to the bottom. There is a platform that is about 15 feet below the top of this building, and from there hangs 5 or 6 burgundy-colored drapes
Oh, dude,
that
not
just
burgundy.
hang and billow out, and they seem to get wrapped at different points in these columns into the chainwork that is twisting.
So is that some kind of symbology that we might have read about or recognized?
You could make a religion check on this.
I'm happy to do that.
16.
You've never heard of this before.
Okay.
Go ahead. Completely foreign to you.
I'm sorry, 18.
Still completely unheard of.
I'm not even gonna try.
Is the crowd dispersing, or are they still? What are they?
There are
What's the
still
crowd doing?
some people like you. There are more people who are just kind of like talking. There's some people who are kind of lingering and like, you know, they seem very engaged in conversation with each other, probably about the events that just unfolded in this large.
But no longer the like super crowd like it was before.
The crowd is definitely dispersing, though there are quite a few stragglers left behind.
So the question is, do we go to try to find him?
I think we need to find out what kind of building that is first.
It's a temple.
Temple, whatever. I
I
mean, it's no temple I recognize.
think it is.
But
It's
what
a temple.
flavor?
To what god? That could be useful information to know before we like knock on the door.
Not the best one. That's my answer.
My take is probably chains and whips and all that kind of crap. It doesn't bode well.
Or does it?
Well, it depends on how you phrase that, really.
It's not a bedroom.
Oh.
Or your little basement retreat in Blackford Crossing.
All right, Shaw, you feel pain racking through your body. You feel a chain lash around your waist and wrap its way up to your neck. And it's just pulling in on you. You take 3 points of damage as it pulls in. You feel another one grab on to your right arm, and it successfully hits. And it starts to wrap its way up your arm and take another 2 points of damage from that one. You feel another chain go to hit you in the left arm, but you pull away just in time. The worst, you feel a chain wrap right in your spine where your wings join your back, and it just starts to pull in, and you feel this intense pressure on the lightweight bones of your wings, and you feel it just
crunchy.
ripping and pulling you back. You take another
Why?
5 points of damage.
You just told me you were going to help me.
Yes, it's going to help you to your death.
And you are going to help me.
No,
Oh shit.
no, you know who it is? It's the guy from Arcane Anger. That's who it is right now.
Oh, that guy's such an ass.
Everybody thinks that I blew up the ship, but it was him.
But this is 200 years before the ship blew up. 250 years before the ship blew up.
It could be from the same Wingding family. Who knows?
Yep. Well, illithids live a really long time, just like elves.
Was it really? I'm the only one that saw what he really looked like. Fuckers.
Sorry, that was out of character anyway. So
Fuckers. That shit
meta.
was a fucking blue elf. Because I was like, wait, what? Oh, he blew up the ship.
The chains just
You're the only blue guy I've ever seen here.
you're choking. It's you're having a kind of a difficult time breathing because of it. Your right hand is incapacitated at this point with the chain wrapped around it, but the one that hurts the most, the one pulling on your wings.
Ouchie. Did we try to go toward
I utter a divine word.
I need you to make a Constitution check, please.
That would be a 17.
You, in fact, do not utter a divine word as you try, but the chains just constrict around your neck.
Okay.
Yep.
We have to find him, guys. Do you think he's in
Reward me for
the
this.
very interesting temple?
How would he have gotten in there?
What kind of damage is that?
He's too big to go through the door.
He's on the roof, and then he was gone. I didn't see
Technically,
him
it
anywhere
would
else.
be bludgeoning.
Is
and,
it any kind of magic to it?
I mean, yeah.
Necrotic, maybe?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Narp.
I don't know what our other options are for trying to find him.
Find out what that building is before we try to get into it.
Meanwhile, back outside, you guys are discussing what you're going to do. Anything?
That he was on the roof of that building, and then he was gone. So I didn't see him fly anywhere.
Yeah, but we were in the fog cloud.
You were in the fog cloud.
And then you were knocking a hobo's head off and killing a paladin.
I did no such thing
And then killing a paladin. So a little distraction.
in that. But only because he attacked us. He deserved it because he attacked us.
Okay. So who is the best person to maybe ask somebody what that building is? Because it's not me.
It's not that paladin either.
He doesn't have a jaw anymore.
Send the big, scary, pointy-eared bastard.
What'd you say, Arya?
Send the big, scary, pointy-eared bastard.
All right.
Wait, what?
Have him knock on the door.
This
just is not going to end well.
Well,
Nope.
what are
Good
our
can come
options
from
are?
this.
What are our options? We can ask someone, or we can approach and try to.
So so the person who normally asks things of strangers is Arterar here, who now apparently doesn't like humans. So,
Well,
and it's probably not a good idea for you to do it, given that everybody's screaming heretics and evil magic. So,
I think they were screaming that
I'm sure.
before everything happened with us. I feel like they've been.
I know, but if they catch a sight of you without your hood,
I'm
just
sure.
have a bad feeling about that.
I'll be a glowing beacon of.
I'm sure that I can still be persuasive.
Without killing anybody?
No promises.
Take a deep breath.
Please, promise. I would appreciate it if we didn't create more of a disturbance in this human town.
Get my head out of the fog.
Okay.
What do I see around me?
The closest you see, all the different temples and buildings in this large square, circular, not square,
Feel the flow.
square peg round hole,
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, ouch.
What do I have any beings?
Yeah, there's a couple different groups of different humans and people sort of congregating still, talking about, discussing, pointing at the black tower that is sort of off in the distance to your straight ahead right. There's a group of 3 people right nearby.
Mhm.
And one of them notices you. It's an older gentleman. Oh dear.
I'm gonna go back into the cloud. Back into the cloud.
Okay.
Moro. Can I borrow your cloak?
But Moro needs that cloak.
You're in a fog cloud.
Can you no longer
No, I'm not.
cast disguise spells on yourself?
I don't have any prepared.
But Moro can.
Not really. I can polymorph, and that's not very helpful.
No.
Well, I can always make you invisible, Moro, if I need to.
Great. Fine. Here.
I
It's
donned
going to be like
the-
dragging on the ground behind you.
Okay.
I don the thing,
You don the thing.
and I pop out of the. I actually walk out of the fog cloud.
Make a stealth check for me.
You got it.
More of a subtlety check.
What
Shouldn't
about a
that be
swagger
performance
check?
for him?
Could be. What do you want?
Stealth.
You got it. Because that's shit. 11.
11. You step out, and 3 people just look straight at you as you step out, with the hood over. They're about 15 feet to your left.
I find.
Go find out what
You
that building
pick
is.
one of them, whichever one I can look at.
Mhm.
What's in there?
Heretics.
What do they worship?
Heathens.
What do they?
Heretics.
Oh.
What do they worship?
We don't know.
Then how do you
Nothing
know
we
that they're
know.
heathens or heretics? Then
They worship nothing we know. Evil. Evil incarnate.
you're of no help to me. I find another group
Okay.
in the
You wander
Nearby.
off 5 or 10 feet.
basically
There's
trying
like
to do
5.
the same sort of thing.
Mhm.
Am I going to get the same? Sort
What's
of...
that?
I'm going to let you know right now.
Uh-huh. I increasingly get frustrated.
So as you
Hold
get
your-
to about
hold
the
your
7th
kids
or 8th
together.
group,
Uh-huh.
hearing nothing but heretics, heathens, pure evil. What are you
I'm
going
going to
to
grab him by the scruff.
You grab him by the scruff.
By the front.
Are you one of them? Ah!
No, but they took my friend. What is in there?
You friends with that heretic? He chose them.
He didn't know what he was doing.
Neither do you.
Who are these people?
Does an 8 hit?
No.
He spits
No.
directly over your shoulder. You get the thought that it was intended for your face. You are nothing but evil like them. As
He's
he
dead.
examines your face, I saw what you did to Bobby.
Would you like to do nothing?
Bobby the Paladin?
No, Bobby the hobo.
Bobby the hobo. You look as the missing tooth, as he says, Bobby. Little spit comes out between the gap in his teeth.
We sure love a hanging, don't we, Ewalt?
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
We no longer have a face for our party.
We're gonna lynch him.
A what? A
A
face?
face.
Yeah,
The
like
person who does all the social stuff and doesn't kill everybody.
Not everybody, just humans.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just an
Kill everybody.
angry face.
Yeah.
It's a very.
As opposed to
face.
being, he's.
What?
Bell card for suggestion. Yeah.
Mm.
What?
Roll.
Roll to
Strength?
roll strength. Okay.
Sounds like 2 words.
Check or save. Just
Are you looking for the gun show?
It's that way.
Bam, bam, bam.
18.
18. All right, you can feel him starting to pull away. He's really starting to struggle and pull, but you maintain a grasp on his collar.
I feel like we need
His
a
friend
prescription.
sparks away.
I feel like we need a prescription of Clonopin for Arterar.
New Artie's fun.
So he's trying to get away.
Trying to pull away from you. His friends have all dispersed.
They're like, nope.
Who do they work? Who do you work for?
Yeah.
You know nothing.
I know nothing, Jon Snow.
Yeah. Had to do that.
No.
You know nothing. How am I to believe you?
I don't know anything. Constitution save.
You have to know something.
Oh, 18. Yeah, he said.
He doesn't pee himself yet.
Good. Fantastic. You're lucky I got to kill one today. I throw him on the ground.
He just looks up at you like cowering, and you start to hear. What do you start to hear?
What do you want? Passive? Or do you want me to actually roll a perception?
Perception. 20. You hear what sounds, and everyone can hear what sounds like footsteps approaching
Okay.
from the direction in which you came.
Marching.
They echo off of the walls.
So it's a lot of footsteps.
It's a lot of footsteps.
Fantastic. Are they clinky clanky kind of footsteps?
They are definitely clinky clanky types of footsteps. With a 20, you would almost be certain that they are the footsteps of the town guard.
Oh, fantastic.
Saw that coming.
I'm gonna pop back into that fog cloud.
All right.
Give Moro his cloak
Yeah,
back.
Yeah.
All right. What
We
is
need
the
to get out of here.
doffing time for cloaks?
Oh Jesus Christ on a cracker.
Yeah.
Just kidding. The
I
footsteps
used
are
to have to
definitely
toss
getting
it off.
closer. You hear them echoing down.
What is going? Do we get to get out of here?
We need to get out of here. Yes, because you killed somebody. So obviously the guards are coming to investigate.
Maybe they're coming because Shelly was making such a ruckus.
And then they're going to find a dead body in the street and be like, who killed this man? So let's go.
I can incinerate it.
How about we just go?
Great. Where?
Some place that's not here.
That building?
I agree.
Oh, you just want to walk up and knock.
Well,
I think they'll let us in before the guards get here.
maybe they won't follow us if we go over there. It
maybe
looks
not.
very inviting. I mean, I love burgundy and black,
And chains.
right?
Why did I spend 2 years trying to get back with this group?
Oh, come on.
Please tell me he said that out loud.
He did, actually, yes.
Perfect.
Come on, Stel.
Stelly.
We hear from somewhere in the shadows, Yorvith says, I don't fucking know.
Actually, strangely, you hear nothing.
We left Yorvith outside.
As you take a moment to realize that you haven't seen Yorvith since you entered.
Sneaky little bastard. Well,
Oh well, he did.
we need to get out of here because there's people coming. And Stel, do you have an idea?
I'm sure there's an alley nearby.
Does it make sense for me to not to be me right now?
Probably. In most cases, it makes sense for you not to be
That's
in a human town.
not true and not funny.
This isn't Blackford Crossing.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Where's the nearest alley?
Footsteps coming closer. Coming closer.
Where's the nearest alley?
I'm gonna pull my turn into a cat and hop on Stella's shoulder trick.
All right. You turn into a cat. Moro scurries up your shoulder. You look outside of the fog cloud. It's hard to tell to really get a good survey of the entire circular square area. Circle gets the square area.
Circle gets square.
With the fog cloud in place. But when you first poke your head out, you do see that in between some of the temples, there appear to be alleyways. They all seem to be sort of gated off, as if they want to make sure that people who are coming to their temples enter actually at the entrance.
Who comes to it?
Climbable walls?
They are approximately 2-story tall gates.
Great.
I meant between the buildings.
They're approximately 2 stories tall, and they are iron gate-like.
So there's no alleys anywhere around here on any side.
The gates, as best as you can tell, are set back about 5 or 10 feet, depending on which building you're going to. But there are iron gates in between each temple.
Maybe we should book it to a temple or that temple or another temple.
It doesn't have to, and there's no nice temples around here, is this? This is kind of like that nasty area before in the other temples.
As you look around, right, all of the doors to all of the temples are now shuttered, or some of them had been open when you first approached. There is one man standing in black robes with chains wrapped around his arms and his waist.
He looks inviting.
They are cinched on his body in the same manner which the chains wrap around the columns. And he is standing right at the base of that temple, and he's looking at you, peeking out from the cloud expectantly.
All right. I walk over to him and say, "What?"
And an anemone.
He bows to you and shows you to the open door.
Ruh-roh.
How close are the marching feet?
You're starting to hear the voices. They're starting to appear into the circumference of the square. They're literally closing in on you.
All right. You hear about 6 different swears in Halfling, and
I know what all of those mean.
Moro's also on your shoulder.
Yeah, I know.
It's possible to picture a cat laughing. That's what Moro's doing.
Gargamel.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Gargamel laughs.
It's like Muttley, but a cat.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm riding on Stell's shoulder, so wherever Stell's going.
You guys are at the base of that temple.
Right, I figure I can get back out if I go in, so I'm gonna go in.
You guys watch as Stell with Cat Moro enters.
Moro cat. Moro cat.
Does whatever a Moro cat does. You see Stell and Moro cat enter the black temple structure.
There it is. There's the laughing cat. Thanks.
Anaxum.
Aye.
What are you guys doing?
I'll follow Stell.
Going with the son of a Rishkagal cat.
All right, so Anaxum, you enter, and this chained, robed figure bows as you start to walk up and just points to the door. As you go to approach, you see him he grabs the handle of the door and starts to pull it closed.
For me?
Yes.
Why?
Because you're a cleric.
It's starting to close the door.
Well, I'm gonna put my foot in between the door.
Roll initiative.
Ah, fantastic.
You better break his jaw too.
13.
13. All right. Okay.
Don't forget your brass knuckles. You're
Yeah, right?
you're a jaw puncher.
For sure, man.
All right. You have initiative. What do you want to do?
Why do
Go
you
through the
close
door.
You're going to talk to
I'm
him?
gonna put myself in between the door and try it.
You step into the door. Okay, so you use your movement to step into the doorway. You're now in the doorway. What are you doing?
Can I just go through the damn door as he's trying to close it? So I'm gonna.
You can certainly.
You're not allowed.
try.
I'm gonna. No, I'm doing it. Yeah.
Okay. You go to step through the doorway, and he reaches out, and you see a purple energy
Can't wait.
collect in his hand.
I can't wait.
It's all you, buddy. It's coming for you.
19 to hit.
Hits.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I'm oblivious on Stell's shoulder.
All right then.
So what else is new?
Hey, you're lucky I like you, Stell.
And for beam number 2, that is.
What's the clause?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. You take
What a back rub.
12 points of force damage, and I need you to roll a strength saving throw, please.
Can do.
Yay.
6.
6.
Yeah.
You are knocked
Plus nothing?
back 10 feet.
You get
Well,
plus
I
nothing?
got a 3.
Wow.
So.
You are knocked back 10 feet,
Uh,
and the door closes. He stands in front of you. You see the chains slowly grind
Oh,
into
man.
his body, and the blood
That
starts
guy
to
has
drip on his
problems.
arms, and the chains wrap around his fists. And he just looks and smiles as his eyes, the white and color in his eyes, is engulfed in a purple, murky cloud. And he just stands there. The door closes behind you all. Anaxun lasts through. As you look back, Arterar is not behind you
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
in this room. And you cannot see but for in front of your face directly.
Immoral.
We will get
Your
back.
bodyguard's going.
Meanwhile, back outside.
Hiss, boo, hiss, literally.
My dude denied me entrance.
He just sits there and smiles, and you can see the blood dripping off of his arms is starting to just
That's commitment, man. That's admirable.
drop right in front of him. There's a little spatters of blood.
That's
And as you
admirable
look,
commitment.
make a perception check.
Okay. 15.
You see other dried spatters of a rusty brown color all across this platform in front of him.
Why do you deny me entrance?
Tastes
He
like
just
iron.
smiles.
Do I need to fight you?
It was crazy.
All right. There it is. Dun, 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 dun.
I will
Da-da-da-da-da.
deliver you as a gift to my patron.
Who is your patron?
We'll find out soon.
Oh, I'm sorry, I belong to somebody else.
He reaches back and just pushes forward again, and you see that same purple energy erupt from his closed over fist. As he pushes it forward, you see the blood push into that energy and just fire out towards
Want
you.
some blood punching, y'all.
17,
Hits.
22,
Hits.
13 on the first.
Misses.
No, 13
No,
damage
Damage.
on the first. 8 on the second, and I need you to make two strength saving throws.
Okay. So 13 and 8, which is
21. Actually,
I dig my claws into Stell. Where's Arnie?
one moment. Let me just make sure of one thing, y'all.
2 strength.
Check is yes. If you would.
One's a 7, the other is a 14.
All right, you are knocked back an additional 10 feet.
Fantastic.
You see the chains, and purplish eldritch energy start to illuminate the chains. Shalfan,
Yes.
in the darkness, you feel the chains constricting on your neck, pulling on your wings. The pain in your wings is intense.
That's too tense.
You feel a slight give in the chain in your arm. Make a strength check.
Mama.
19.
19. You pull away from that chain and you break free. But as you do, the chain on your neck and the chain on your wings constricts more. You take an additional 1 point of damage from your throat, 4 points of damage on your back as the chains are tightening in. And you can feel the warmth of blood at the base of your wings.
Little trickle. That's nice. I mean, that's not right.
What would you like to do? Hands free,
Yeah.
throat constricted, wings literally being pulled on.
Literally.
Channeling my inner Adam. You ever notice that when he says literally?
Literally.
I literally.
I'm going to do the top
Okay.
one. And I'm going to become that person.
Mama, help me.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do that. Hang on.
What you got, sir?
Yeah, no. I gotta just remember.
Decide. There's many ways.
Live to fight.
Yeah. Okay.
Although I did go inside.
Yes. Okay. Yes, you can do that because there is no verbal component for it. As you do, you now have only the knowledge, as you've not done this before with this particular, you only have that knowledge. So you find yourself constricted with a chain around your throat and a chain wrapped around your waist.
Okay.
What's going on here?
I have a sense I don't want to be here.
Yeah, I mean, you're wrapped in chains that are starting to constrict. You can freely breathe in this moment because the chains were, but
All of a sudden, I
Wiggle,
have this
wiggle,
sense
wiggle,
that I
wiggle.
want to be in the woods right now. I don't want to be in this dark place.
Okay.
And you brought me here.
In the back of your head, you hear, "No, I brought you here to save us, to save the light, free us."
I will.
You recognize the voice. It is a divine voice that you have heard in the past.
Whoever you are and wherever you are, this person that you brought me here, this physical form that brought me here, I will hunt you down.
All right.
And I feel compelled to change my form.
The power of Shelley compels you.
I wild shape into a small bird, and I fly out of these chains.
Perfect. So Shalfan shifts. I'm just telling you guys this for flavor and for the internet because
We're not there.
you don't see this, shifts into a small
You're effed if I see a bird fly
into
by.
a small halfling. And the halfling looks about the room. You look over and this human.
Halfling or gnome? Halfling or gnome?
He's a halfling. He says, "How intriguing. The master will love this. You turn into a bird. The chains lash out. You see them all coming, and you just start to fly. I need you to make an acrobatics check, please.
All right.
An 11.
An 11. It's enough with your small bird form to sort of dodge these larger chains, more in size to constrain a humanoid than that of a small avian creature. However, you're flying around in the darkness. You really can't see much more than in front of you.
Echolocation.
There is no sense of light. There's no direction in which you can go that is discernible. You can fly forward, you can fly up, you can fly down, you can try, but you really can't see where you're going until you're there.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Realizing I can't see, being in this form, I transform myself into a bat.
Okay. You transform into a bat, having spent now both wild shapes that you have. You can now get a sense using echolocation of the building surrounding you. It is approximately, you are in a large room that is approximately 40 feet by 60 feet deep. It is deeper than it is wide. And there seems to be a structure in the back right of the room that breaks it. But aside from that, it is just a big, empty, open room. Meanwhile, back out at the front.
So he gets up.
The glowing purple orbs that have replaced the whites of his eyes seem to billow smoke from them now.
Oh, good. He's taking power from my pain. So what describe the surrounding kind of area around said place?
Okay, so there are 2 steps up to the platform that leads to the door to this temple.
Yeah.
You have now been knocked back about 20 feet from said platform. There are buildings on either side of you. There's about 5 feet that you can go in between the buildings before you get to large iron gates in between the buildings that close off sort of the courtyard spaces in behind, or entrances to the spaces behind the temples. So you get the sense that if anybody wants to be in behind these temples, that they need to go in through the temples. That there may be, you don't know what's going on behind, but they don't want you walking in between.
Boy, I don't know if I should kill this guy.
He's looking at you, waiting.
Yeah, he's gonna get it. I'm just gonna.
Oh God.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah. So I will use my attack action to strike him with the maul.
So you are prone, and you are 20 feet away from him.
I've got 30 movement.
So you can use half your movement to get up.
Right.
And then
And then you can move
15
15 feet, which leaves you 5 feet away.
Which I still
from
can
him.
strike at 5
You
feet.
can fight. You can strike with a 5 feet reach. You can reach the next block.
Oh, okay.
Not 10 feet. You can reach 5 feet.
So then I'll take the time to heal myself and go from there.
Okay.
Cure wounds. Let's just do that. There. I gain 12 back. That's
Yay.
lovely. That's
12
really
back.
great.
All right. So,
So,
your
I mean-
action is your movement. I'm assuming you're still going to do the 15 to get up. Are you going to move 15 towards him
Correct.
as well?
I will move
Okay.
15 towards the guy. Cast that, and then also cast
Spiritual kitten.
Mm,
I was like, wait, what? Oh, you're not talking to me.
Could
I'm
do that.
inside.
Yep, spiritual Rishka
Now
Bell.
there's just-
Yeah,
okay.
spiritual kitten it is for my buddies.
Arya, are you still there?
Spiritual.
Your lips were moving before, but we couldn't hear you.
Spiritual Arishka.
I'm muted.
Oh, okay.
You cast spiritual.
Yep.
Yep.
Spiritual kitten.
All right.
That was a good idea.
Little cat floating in the air.
So that cat can attack. On this.
Eating a banana.
Eating a banana.
The cat eating a banana. Jeez.
That was the greatest gif.
No. So wrong. So
Uh,
wrong. On so many levels. So wrong.
does a
It's your spell.
I know it
attack
is.
bonus.
No, I know.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, which is really awesome for that. 13.
Nope.
It's just bunny kicking in the air.
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just bunny kicking in the air.
All right.
But he looks back and just, and he looks back and he swings out with his arm, and the chain pulls at him.
There.
You see more blood, and he comes out, and the chain is making a swing at you. Oh. That's not gonna hit.
Sweet.
Not with a 3.
Yeah.
The chain comes out and
Yay!
just
With I do, you know.
you step back,
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves style, as the chain flies out. It looks like the lasso in Wonder Woman when she's trying to like do that thing,
Yep.
and he's in Ares is just like, and it's like
I
flapping at
compel
him.
you to tell me the truth.
I am. You've seen that movie too many times.
Too many times.
So the chain just lashes out at you and then returns back. You see it rip back in on his arm and retract in
How'd that feel?
like this. And he reaches out with his left hand and he casts one bolt at you. That's gonna hit with a 20.
Shit.
You take
47 million damage.
1 million.
15 points of eldritch damage, please. Go ahead and make that. Oh, actually, he can't do that this round because he went with the chain attack first. So you just take the damage, 15 points of damage.
Guys,
You're up.
Where's Arderar?
Spiritual meow is gonna attack
Go first. All right.
Spiritual meow.
That
Oh.
this time
That was much
is
nicer.
a 25.
25 will hit.
It takes 11 damage.
It'd be better if he had
Okay.
had bite him because cat's mouths are filthy.
So yeah, and I will attack with them all.
You are still
I will move
10 feet back. So you move up
I'll
5
move
feet. You're
up
to
to 5
engage.
feet. I will engage.
All right.
Yeah. So
I was thinking, I really love your chains and I want them to be with me forever.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
not gonna
that-
happen.
Not that kind of an
Not
engagement.
gonna- not that kind of
Wait a
engagement.
minute,
yank
you've
your
got
chain.
prior commitments.
Whoa.
16.
Prior commitment, but he's not engaged.
16 is his
I don't see no ring.
Other shit. So, as a war priest, I'm able to make one additional weapon attack. I will do so.
Wait, it was a 16 and his AC is
Yeah.
16, so that hits, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
He
I'm
pushes
going
AC.
to attack the second time anyway, which is
Yeah.
a 17.
Which definitely
So,
hits.
Yeah. So with the fiery goodness, here's the first one.
Uh-huh.
First one is 15, 17.
Okay.
And then 18 damage.
18.
Do you want
Damn.
the separate fire damage or
No,
just
it's
all
good.
together is okay?
Let me
Okay.
stand next to your fire.
So that's my whole thing.
He looks in rough shape.
He looked in rough shape before. Chains are fucking crushing his body.
He's used to those.
He reaches out with both arms,
Yeah.
and he swings them both out. He opens his hands, and the chains just spin off of his arms at you.
Come here.
Get over here!
Get over here. Yeah.
Fatality.
19.
Hits.
The second
Like
is
to sleep.
Doesn't.
all right.
9.
9. I gotta look at the damage because I haven't done a chain attack yet.
A double chain attack? Double?
Well, he only gets
You only got
he only
one
hit with
though.
one.
Only one.
1d.
Only. Yep. There it is.
What?
And make this world seem right.
Only
As the chain comes out, you see a ball of purple energy just form at the end,
Purple ball to you.
and the chain just wraps you right in the side of the head.
Huh.
You take 13 points of damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
You know what? I'm better at those. Yeah. Okay. 24.
All right, you
Saving
see
throw.
the chain start to, it hits you in the head
Mhm.
and continues past and starts to wrap around you. You duck down and gracefully just spin out from its grasp as it looks as it's trying to wrap
Feline
around
grace.
you. You expertly dodge the second chain as it goes past. You stand up, flaming mace in hand. He's looking hurt as he takes another 3 points of damage from the chains. You're up.
This will be your end.
It's only my beginning.
Yeah. I think I clock him in the face before he even gets to say that.
I know.
Right. Let's see if he actually hit. 27.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
I'll do the second one while I'm at it. 24.
Sure, go ahead.
Awesome.
Those both hit.
So that's a figure.
Go back to sleep.
21.
That's
On
what
the
you
first
say
damage.
quietly as you hit.
So you don't even need to roll your
Just
second. He's got
snap.
11 hit points left.
All right.
You clock him in the face with the first, and you raise up to strike down with the second, knowing it's true. But his head just falls, and he goes. You hear him whisper, "No, it's only my beginning."
Fantastic.
And he falls to the ground. You see the chains skitter off of his body,
Yeah, creepy.
and they
Like snakes.
burrow into the stonework of the ground.
Oh, that's freaky. Awesome.
Pretty sure I saw that in a movie once.
Is it the door?
It's not ajar. It's still a door.
Ding. Your door is ajar.
I'd like to try the door.
All right. You try the door. The handle is unobstructed.
Great. So then I open the door.
Great. Meanwhile, inside,
This is probably gonna be bad.
you guys turn around. You realize Arterar is not there.
You killed it.
You turn around to go for the door. You can't find it in the darkness.
I cast light.
All right. You cast light, and around you, all you see are stone walls. Now, you literally just entered, just like that. You literally had just entered this building. However, you are a good 30 feet away from what you think is the door behind you.
Oh, this isn't good. Start over towards where I think the door should be.
Tails all
right.
fluffy.
You guys make your way back over to the door where you think it should be, and as you approach, it opens, and you see Arterar, some blood on the side of his
The
face,
door opens and there's like just cat claws in your face.
and there's a hovering cat behind him, doing what looks like playing with a ball of yarn that just doesn't exist,
Aww.
but it's just floating behind him
They just hang.
Looks a little like Moro.
a little bit.
What?
Were you planning on joining us?
That's literally it's just gonna be like a slow tank.
I actually can't see you on the camera because you're way too back too far. So
I mean, he's literally taking Arteros taking a very slow take at you, and spits on the ground.
There's some blood.
Yeah, fantastic.
I offer him a handkerchief.
A hanky.
Spits on that, throws it back.
Wow, he's such a dick now.
He's a little pissed.
Still says, "Wow, you're such a dick now."
I just had to fight my way through the damn door.
It's not my fault.
What did the door do to you?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right,
What is this place?
Shal.
I don't know.
In the back
A
corner.
shit
It's a
show.
little blinding in your bat
Yeah.
form, but you get the sense that there's a stairway and you see some light emanating from that stairway.
I fly down to it as
All right.
fast as I can.
So you're flying away and you hear, "No, come back! The master will love you."
Oh god.
That sounds like a creepy boudoir film. The master will love
Love you.
Sometimes I just got to think those things a little bit.
you before you say them out loud.
Or do I?
You've already got chains.
We've got change. We got darkness.
Need a couple whips, maybe some manacles.
Sounds like any night for Moro.
This is a very noir
St.
version.
Andrew's cross.
You fly towards that light
Mhm.
and you make your way down this staircase. And as you make your way down, you only descend about what seems to be about a floor, maybe 10, 15 feet down, and you see your traveling companions there in the center with Stell just projecting light off of. What are you projecting your light off of? You cast light.
Oh, you know what? I'll cast it on a dagger. On a dagger.
You try to
On a dagger.
On your dagger? Okay, so you see Stell looking very Bilbo Baggins-esque with a glowing dagger.
You should have cast it on me and then just held me up, like.
Nah.
And as I come down the stairs,
Or just have you run around.
I transform back into.
All right, so you guys see this bird fly down, and the bat fly down, and he just turns into a halfling. You see this halfling appear.
Does he look familiar?
Not at all.
Who are you?
I hiss
Who the hell
at
are you? What is this place?
This place is hell. There's a man upstairs that had chains around me at one point,
It sounds like.
and I got him.
Like, seriously, sounds like a bad boudoir movie.
I'm going to retitle the YouTube video later tonight.
50 Shades of Bemis.
Yeah. 50 Shades of Chalfon.
So
Or it's like, this sounds like that time with the handcuffs and the, but it's just like.
Yeah, as you look at Moro sitting on
Mora's like.
Stell's
we need to go up there and kill that son of a bitch.
I already killed one. The other one should be easy.
Why is everybody interested in just doing nothing but killing?
The cat
murder
can
hobo
like
kinda day.
pause at the door, like.
Well, worst of all is
I think Mora wants to leave again, but
my armor.
there's guards coming.
All right. All my equipment is up there. I got the May.
Is the halfling naked?
Make a perception check.
25.
I mean, the halfling is fully clothed in what looks to be normal leather armor. But as you examine him, he's dragging the mace of Chalfon, of Bemis.
Where did you get that mace?
It's mine.
Can I make an int check to see if I can, or an insight or some sort of check to see if I can guess, or do I just guess?
Sure, you can.
I promise you this.
Make a wisdom check, just a straight wisdom check.
If we get out of this alive,
12.
You have seen Chalfon previously change into
Right.
a druid, but he was a gnome.
Right.
At the time. It's Shalfan's, it's Bemis's mace, right? And Shalfan wields Bemis's mace.
Right. Shalfan?
You've never heard this name before.
Why do you have Shalfan's mace or Bemis's
I'm not
mace?
Shalvan, I'm Pelovic.
I hop down.
What?
off
Nice to meet you. What's your
Stella's
name?
shoulder.
The look Arnie is given is like, what the?
Stella's just giving you this look like.
I drop my polymorph.
Oh,
Okay.
you're big. How are you?
What the shock is happening here? We need to get out of here.
We need to go kill that bastard up there that was trying to torture me.
What we need to do is find the source of the issue that we came here for in the first place.
As you say, we need to kill that bastard. You point, and a man in black robes
Ugh.
with a single silver chain around his waist comes down. Well, isn't this interesting?
Do we recognize that laugh?
Make a history check.
Our intent is not to desecrate your temple. It is just to collect our acquaintance and leave.
Non-natural 20. I rolled a 16.
You've heard that laugh before. It is the laugh you heard on the Arcane Anger, just as it started to plunge its demise into the sea.
Well, no, he laughed like constantly like that.
Yeah,
But that's the one you remember.
That's the one that sticks out in your
Did
mind.
I notice that with a
Him
19?
jumping. Yes, you do. You instantly remember the moment where that strange being jumped into the arcane engines of the air.
I say it's the guy from the ship,
You
and I draw my bow.
He had looked elvish.
He does not look, this person is a human.
This is a human.
A human?
Oh, he's wearing another foot.
We know that he was.
I heard that laugh. It is.
Yes, it's him. I draw my bow.
I'm sorry. Have we met?
I'm like, that fucker
Not
is the
yet.
reason why
And that
you
will
all think
probably
I
won't.
want the ship.
Well, isn't this curious?
That concerns me more than
true.
most things.
What kind of torture chamber dungeon damn place are you running here? You sicko. You tried to kill
I
me.
want a refund.
This is not what I signed up for.
Well, I'm going to give you a horrible Yelp review.
I will not be back. I'm taking my money to the crossing.
All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm moving away from the group and readying my bow.
Okay.
Yep. Flame on.
Flame on.
The cat is ready as well.
I dropped my form. Nah,
This
No.
your cat.
Yeah.
We really
does
don't
not bode well.
want to desecrate your temple, but
I think maybe we do.
I mean,
You're
generally
being kind of a
it's
jerk.
disrespectful. It is a little disrespectful, but he's sort of an asshole. Right?
You're not
He's the
kidding,
re-
he's an asshole.
He's the reason that everyone thinks I blew up the ship.
Well,
No, you just caught the stuff on fire.
Listen,
I don't like my chances here, but I'm sure we'll meet again. And a purple door opens up and he steps through it.
I
Bye-bye,
And it closes.
dimensions.
I totally had half a mind to try to dispel that shit. It's fine.
You see the buildings now starting to shake.
We need to get out of here.
Into the street where the guards are. Great. So that really helped a lot.
I gotta run back upstairs and get that suit of plate mail armor up there.
Suit of plate mail. You're wearing armor.
No, I'm in
He's
leather.
wearing leather.
Uh-huh.
You're wearing armor.
No.
Well, you're not going to be able to carry it in that
You've
form.
never seen that armor before, nor do you know the mace in your hand.
Oh.
You were carrying the mace and you were kind of looking at the armor in front of you, but
So we're looking for this guy that has wings. Have you seen him?
No.
Great.
my child, you must get the armor and find safety.
Well, we need to find Shalfan.
Well, before this building falls apart, I need to go back up and get that armor. So I'm gonna run up there real quick.
And how are you going to carry it?
You know what?
That armor weighs more than you do.
I was hoping one of you guys could help me carry it.
Yeah, like I'm going to do that.
That is not me.
I'm no bigger than you are.
Would you help me?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, you make your ways
How
up.
about the big burly human?
Yeah, you could help too.
It's the human we like.
He can do it. He does like one of these.
How much sooner are you going to help him?
Yeah, I'll help him.
All right, you make your way up the stairs. It's like, you know, it's one flight of stairs, but it feels longer. You get to the top, and it's a big, just 40-foot by 60-foot open room, and you see in the center of the room just the plate, the chest plate that Shalfan wears that used to belong to Bemis. And you notice the gem with that strange swirly arcane energy is dim. And that there is no energy. There's no energy in the gem at this time. But as you look closer at the druid, you notice an amulet with that same energy in its gem.
I'll just nod and help pick up the armor.
Cool.
Gem and the hologram.
You pick it up and walk it on. You've never met this person before, but they're being quite nice to you.
Very nice. I'll help you carry it. He like grabs an arm, a piece of the arm of the plate.
Is there a helm? Can I put like the helm on?
We haven't really determined whether there is or is not a helm. Have
Actually, we did. We determined that there was no helm
right.
at all
That's right.
because he's gotten his head shot through.
That's right.
At least.
Because Bemis is sworn.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And reapplied. Your horns were fixed.
All right. So you make your way back to downstairs, guys. As you're looking around the room, you see the door. No, it's still a door for now. However, the door looks as though the seams are starting to close in. And the building is shaking, and you see a crack appearing in what you believe is the front wall of this building.
Literally start making it for the door. Like,
I think we better get the heck out of here.
Peace out.
I'm going to try to open the door.
All right, you're going to try to open the door? You open the door successfully.
Is there a bunch of guards outside?
There are, and they're looking at the building, and you see that there are actually stone statues on the adjoining temples that are starting to shake and fall into the courtyard out in front.
I'm going to run out of the door screaming, "Ah, it's falling!"
I run out. What is that place?
They had us all in dungeons, and I don't know what's going on, but we finally escaped.
All
The
right.
heathens!
Make a
The heathens!
That place is foul.
Everyone make a performance.
All right.
This place
The
is
heathen!
filthy. It's sick.
I mean,
Heathens everywhere!
I mean, Ardra is just going to walk out. So.
Yeah, ours is like
14.
Say pretty much.
the one guy with probably the
Yeah.
best performance roll is going to be like fuck.
25.
25. Yeah.
14.
16. Nice. Okay.
14.
14. Yeah. I mean, they're like, find shelter. As all of a sudden you see tentacles burst from the ground. Tentacles, and you see small silver chains wrapped around them. And a gigantic, illithid-looking creature pops from the ground and just pushes the building over into the next one. The 2 buildings just collapse into the third.
Do you
off
think
to the
this
right.
is what we were looking for?
Probably.
This might be one.
Looks like something to kill.
So, with
Seems to
that,
be what
what
we
do you
wanted.
guys do? The guards just kind of like,
Heathens!
Sushi!
the guards are looking kind of funny, and they're like,
I don't get paid enough for this.
what do we do?
We need to kill it. No?
They're heathens. We need to kill the octopus, whatever it is.
Down to the squid. What? No. I'm mad because that asshole that was inside made everybody think that
I want to get
I
him.
crashed the ship, even though he hasn't done that yet.
But he will, so.
But he will.
I don't know what you're talking about. What ship?
All right.
Don't worry about it.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
I look at Stell.
Get the shit out.
I think
I mean, I thought we were supposed to come back here. Is this what we're supposed to do?
yeah, and we haven't figured out what we're supposed to do. So
Kill it?
is the tentacle thing just like destroying the building, or does it look like it's clawing its way out to attack
So
the
it
town?
looks like an illithid, except for it's huge in size.
Is it like threatening the town? What's it doing? Is it
It's
just standing
looking
there?
down at you, and it's looking like it's about to get aggressive.
Okay, so I'm going to move myself away from the group and prepare for combat.
All right, everybody, go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, man.
Do we get a map?
You get a map. Yes, you get a map.
Matt. You're gonna.
I, as usual, this is a surprise. I roll like shit. My initiative is always shit.
Is your
Let
list
me
still us, or
rephrase,
is it
in combat.
invisible?
Your
Initiative
has not been seen since this morning.
This combat was balanced without Yorvith in mind.
Should we take a figurine off the board?
Yes, Yorvith has not been seen since this morning.
Shawarma.
All right.
Shawarma.
He's sleeping in.
Whoa.
Holy elvish gods.
It's the Elvish Guard.
Yay! I mean, what?
It's your boyfriends.
You have something halfling looking?
Oh yeah.
It is known they are not all dudes.
Are you sure?
They just all look that way.
Or you
Yeah.
look into the Brianna Tarth kind of.
Yeah, they're just all like really big, burly Brienne types. Yeah. Sweet.
So there are 6 guards with you. And here's your halfling. And
Cards.
I mean, he's not tentacly enough, but we'll go with this for now. For scale.
Meh. Like,
Maybe a little
meh.
bigger, but that'll work for now. Yeah. So there you go.
Look at all the little people.
15
All right,
foot
I
base.
did say I was moving away from the group because I don't want to get hit by the first grenade.
Okay. So you're there. I need initiative rolls from everybody. Moritar. 2.
Stell.
Initiative.
25.
25.
As usual.
I'm rolling
Where's
high
our
when,
party?
when I need it, guys.
17.
Anatsun.
10.
Yeah, I would have rather saved that 20 for an actual attack roll.
Peleric.
14.
All right. Stell.
I'm gonna get water because I'm not gonna be.
You use your movement to move back. This giant illithid-looking creature in front of you, destroying the next 3 buildings to its right, including the one that it spawned from. Tentacles waving in the air. Chains. You notice the chains just wrapping throughout its body. The
Right.
flesh that is exposed looks almost rotten in its constriction from the chains.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Oh, one more thing I need to add for you guys, just for effect. That is the fountain.
There are 3 coins in the fountain.
Maybe be Luskin swimming in.
There's the fountain. And everybody is actually on a square. Do me a favor, just put those guards actually on squares for me. So there is no question in the future of which square are they actually on. Okay, bonus action, Hunter's Mark is up.
So he says a word, and the mark is on. And then as Stell's action, he casts invisibility on himself.
Okay.
Don't you have invisible Stell?
I do have invisible spell.
So cool.
Indivisible.
Indivisible.
With little T.
You knew you were going to need that.
And just rice. Well,
All right. So you've used your movement. Your bonus action is Hunter's Mark. Your action is invisibility.
invisibility.
Artie.
T.
Cure wounds on myself, as is my.
I touch myself.
Know it.
You, I touch myself.
15.
Your 15 back.
And bonus action, spiritual meow. Meow.
All right.
Spiritual Meowth. Are you a Pokemon trainer now?
You know it.
I don't have a cat, but I do have a weasel.
Oh, it's the Stell.
It's a spiritual weasel.
Weasel on a bird.
Weasel riding on a bird.
There actually was an opportunity for that earlier, but it didn't happen.
Ah,
There you go. Spiritual Kitty attacks. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Kitty.
Of course I have it.
Is the bad guy 15-foot square?
That's a friggin' 10.
Nope.
That's a nope. That's
The
a
cat
woofing.
dives. And it's like, you know, those cat videos where it dives out like it's going to make this awesome leap and it just like falls flat right in front of you. So actually, please return Spiritual Kitty to Arterar's side. Thank you. As you try to leap forward and just land like a crazy cat in a cat video. All right. Your action was to cast Heal. Your bonus action was Spiritual Kitty. Do you want any movement? I will allow the cat to move with you.
Okay,
you are
great.
going to move.
That's okay. I'd like to do my full movement.
Okay.
So either will we do something of that?
We do which
Actually, that's less than full, but I want to do that.
That's where you want to be?
Yeah.
Cool. You are there. Pellervik.
Pellervik moves back.
You can move through a friendly square. More, I'm assuming you're friendly.
Ish.
And that was my move action, and then I conjure a fire elemental right in front of me.
Nice.
I like your flavor.
Dang, you got fire elemental, huh?
I like your flavor, little man.
I have to get some more minis. Crap. Let's
Flame
see.
on.
I don't really have a good fire elemental. So we'll just use a horny demon.
Hey. Oh.
Not
We've already got more. Huh?
All right. So your
Sorry.
action is to cast the fire elemental.
Mhm.
You've used your movement. Bonus
Yep.
action.
I give let me just double check. Sorry. ABC. No, he's going to the. I need to just check if it's a.
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna do a cantrip
Which one?
guidance.
Touch. It's a touch spell.
It's a touch.
This. Has
Yes,
here.
it is. And the casting time for guidance is
It's
one
an
action.
action.
One
You've already
action,
used your
okay.
action
So
to summon
another
your elemental.
bonus action. Okay, I'm gonna just do nothing for the
Okay.
bonus action.
So no bonus action. Okay. Anatsun.
Soon.
I will.
I didn't even do that.
I did.
I will draw my swords and transform as my bonus.
Do we have a transformation mini for REA?
No, he just glows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Nah, it's fine. He's glowy.
We'll get a little. We should get a little light.
Right.
Hang on. There you go. He's glowing.
Actually, from where he was,
It's a halo.
No, let's not put that on him.
You can make him stand.
from where he was, I'm gonna teleport as my movement,
To
and
where?
it's gonna end up 2 squares directly behind him. So that's right up next to him.
Oh.
And then I already used my bonus action, so I just get 3 normal attacks.
I don't think
Might
so.
attack right away.
I don't think it does the round that it's summoned.
Hello, nurse. All right. First attack is a 19, which is a crit.
Yep.
19 on the dice.
Yep.
1d8. Somewhere over there. There it is. 3, 10 plus 1d8 cold. Do you need cold separate?
I need all cold, lightning, and necrotic separately, please.
Oh, the
All
element.
right. 10 physical, 2
Okay.
cold.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. That should be doubled, right?
If it's a crit, yeah. So 20 physical, 4
Cold.
cold.
All right. And then 16 plus 12, 28 to hit.
Will hit.
All right. 8 plus 7, 15 physical, and 1 cold. And then 12, 12, 24 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay. And then 14 physical, and 1 cold.
Okay.
That was
Ow.
weird. It was like 7, 1, 7, 1, 7.
1, 1, 7.
Okay. That should be it for my turn.
All right. Let's see if it's going to decide to do this. In response to that, where is he going to go? We're from behind, so he is going to turn.
Oof, I should do Earth Elemental.
He turns and
Earth is stronger.
he is going to cast. Need you to make a. Sorry, was not quite ready for you to do that thing that you do.
Do I see him casting something?
You see him turn his back on you and look at Anaksun. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Anaksun.
But it looks like he's got
20 on the dice.
20
Oh, yeah.
on the dice. He's turned his back on you.
Okay.
You can see that he's doing some kind of emotion.
okay.
Okay. And a 20 on the dice will save, I believe. Let me double check here. Sorry.
30 total.
Wait. You have a 30 Constitution save.
Plus 10. Yeah.
He's a fighter.
Yeah, you definitely save, man. All right, let me just roll the damage because you still take half, but you will not be moved. Take 8 thunder. So take 6 points of damage.
All right.
I'm sorry, take 12 points halved to 6.
Okay.
And that is its legendary action in response to your attack. It turns back and looks as the guards engage. The first one runs up 1, 2, 3, and will attack. He is going to make 2 melee attacks at +5. That's a natural 20. That is a 1. Can't make this shit up. That's crazy. All right. So 14 points of damage on the first, and the second, it does nothing. Guard number 2 ends up there. He is going to make 2 attacks. That is 11. That is a 2. That is a no. Guard number 2. Guard number 3. 2, 3. Can't really make his way in, but doesn't know what's going on with the elemental either, so he attacks the elemental because he's a guard. That's those both hit. Take 12 points of damage to the elemental, Pete.
Okay. The creature that touches the elemental or hits the elemental in melee within 5 feet takes a D10 points of fire damage.
Okay. Roll damage.
Slide
10.
Jeez. All right. Now he's really upset. Guard number 4. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is going to do that. Number 5, he's moving into place.
He's going to use his legendary guard action.
20, 21, 30, moves his way in there. He's going to attack. With an 11. That'll hit. He does 5 points of damage.
You can do it, guard.
You can do
Number
it.
6
Oh,
runs away.
He bravely ran away.
Yeah, hoping that nobody will see him.
I saw you.
Now,
You left the trail behind you.
What's he going to do?
Stuff.
Okay. Artie, you're over there
Yes, correct.
on your own. Yeah, that's what he's going to do.
Sounds like it's going to be a cone of owie.
That's exactly right.
Owie. But what flavor of owie is it?
Yeah,
gonna
I
be?
would like to know what he's doing.
Banana.
Cone of banana.
Summon banana sword.
Banana
I
spray.
need
Is he casting something?
It is not. Is it a cast? Nope.
Legendary action. Can't wait.
It is not. Yeah, it's a legendary. Actually, no, it's not. This is just an action.
It's just an action, but it's not a spell. He's casting a not spell.
It's a spell, but there is no verbal or somatic
Doesn't
component.
matter.
It is
It's
all
a spell
psychic.
like a counter spell.
There's nothing to cue you to counterspell. It is all done psychically. I will research that more. However,
I can look that up.
is that it's not really wide enough. This cone would be like that and like that because it's like technically 45. Close. All right. Anybody that is in that cone, including Invisistel.
Did you actually like map that out with the real squares
What's that?
for the cone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
they typically don't do like that strange.
It's a custom cone.
Okay.
45 degree, right?
Well, that's not how cones work in D&D. It's not 45 degree. It's 1 square, then 2 squares, then 3 squares, then 4 squares, etc.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Pretty much the same.
7.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same.
Okay. That's not what it looks like from this angle, but I'll go with that. What are we rolling?
I need a DC 18 intelligence saving throw, please.
I should make you some templates.
I need to make templates for cones and
Yep.
effect.
Yeah.
Saving throw.
Saving throw?
Yeah, 18 intelligence.
I got an 18
You save.
Nice.
because 14 plus 4.
I got a 24, so I saved.
24.
Arcane Trickster. Proficient in intelligence saves.
Pelervik,
Okay.
intelligence save.
Do you want one for the elemental as well?
The elemental will need one as well.
He's smart fireman.
No, he's not. He's got a 3.
Those muscle curls.
And Pelervik got a 10.
Okay. You take 32 points of psychic damage and are stunned for a minute. You can make a new saving throw at the end of each of your turns. Anybody who made their saving... Wait a minute, hang on. You're stunned for 1 minute. A creature can repeat this. Nope. You guys who made your saves are fine.
So 32.
You take 32 points of psychic damage and you are stunned. You can try to resave on each of your turns. He does not regain his mind blast.
How nice.
Mortar, you are up.
Stunning. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at
Can you
it.
put this on your elemental? If you would. As you guys are stunned.
You're not gonna do that, Ray.
Ray. Arrange spell attack for each ray. So.
Yeah, see something. Being stunned, I
Lose concentration.
concentration, maybe.
I believe it is a
So
concentration
Let's
spell.
see how long that.
three
I believe
rays.
it is a concentration.
One is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that'll just hit.
One is a 29 to hit.
I'm
And
gonna have to
one-
let that one in.
And one's a natural 20,
Roll
which would be
all the dice.
33 to hit.
All the dice. This is why you have so many damn dice in the first place. Go ahead and roll them all.
So the
Do you need me more?
6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, and then 13 plus 14.
27.
27. 27 points.
Total?
Yes.
That's with your crit.
Yes, because it was that ray was 7, so I doubled it to 14.
Okay.
And
So
I ignore
27 points of
fire
damage.
resistance.
27 points of damage. And you ignore fire resistance.
Yay.
And he doesn't get a save because it's a target. Oh, it's a DC 20. No. Damage immunity. He is not immune to fire. All right, so 27. Stell, you're up.
All right, I want to move diagonally to my right. My character's right. One square. So yes, right there.
Right there.
Yep, because that'll give me a nice clean shot.
You have a clean shot. You do. You do.
Pew pew. Can you see that?
I'm not looking currently.
Okay. It's a crit.
Nice.
Crit. Does it have a brain?
Hang on a second.
It's legendary, so I'm sure I just do the regular damage.
It is a legendary creature, so it will only do regular damage.
That's fine. It's still a lot of damage.
Yes, it is. It's still ridiculous amounts of damage, which I might need to tune back. But you know.
Well, I mean, it is a crit.
That's fine.
And it's replacing my regular damage. Let's see here. I got to look it up because I never do this. 68. Oh, I need more 8-sided dice.
I got some for you.
No, I got him here.
Counterspell, by the way, says you have to see the spell.
That's correct. If it's a psychic, if it is, because it makes
Can't
spell
see in your brain.
psychic, you can't see in his brain.
You can try.
No, thank you. I'm sure.
Like a bunch of snakes.
Squiddy
Yeah.
is just daydreaming about plankton and fishies.
Oh, where's my other dice?
I need an item that gives me more bonus actions.
Like SpongeBob.
Got a multi-class.
Like everybody else.
That's what I did.
What are you talking about? I'm not multi-class. Straight up
You
sorcerer.
ain't got no.
Apparently, I need to buy some more 8-sided dice. Okay, there we go.
Get some class, will you?
I kind of want to miss it.
Because the thing is, this is also a sneak attack, so I get sneak attack.
How is it a sneak attack?
Mine,
I was invisible.
He's invisible.
Yeah, you're right.
And there's an
And the
enemy.
sneak attack bonus is doubled, so that's why I rolled that. All right, so math.
120 points of damage.
Hold on, I need my calculator.
It's like that one time the guitar we like stabby, 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 110.
Yeah.
What? Murder hobo buddies.
No.
Aw.
Memories.
Memories? What?
Memories. Oh, no.
That's like just
Hey.
No, sweetie, that's mine.
that too.
Okay.
No, that's
Aw.
all but.
that's true. That's
That's so true. She's got great assets.
Well, you really can't call it.
Jason, have you bought all of the dice from Chessex yet to make this roll?
I had to use a lot of extra dice that I don't normally use. Hold on, calculator now.
I think I'm gonna have to.
I've organized them now. I need to add them all together. This is really hard, by the way.
That's what she said. That's what she said. Yeah.
But not to me.
Oh.
Why not?
Who's talking about bananas?
This shit
Bananas.
is bananas.
We have no
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
bananas today.
Thank God.
Green beans and onions, cabbages and scallions. Come on, everybody.
92.
Banana.
What?
92.
That was
How do you want to do this?
That was a good year.
What? So tell me how
in
this
what
happens.
manner?
In what manner would this like to proceed?
So the arrow appears as if from nowhere and strikes out,
Banana.
beating the sound barrier and blows through the thing's tentacles, blows the brains out the back of its head.
All
As I'm
right.
yelling, it's a giant banana
It
thing.
lands on the nearest temple of Torm.
Banana squid in the sky.
Banana squid falls on Torm's temple, and I go,
All right. You guys.
And I am just out of the cone shape for brain spray. Yay.
guys, for those of you who are not stunned in this moment, you hear
just
You're now stunned.
as something screeches through the air. Precision
it's a
accuracy.
stealth nuke.
And you all just look over as
Mother of
this
all arrows.
little arrow just it turns into like this gigantic missile with the big grin in the eye in the face.
Or
And it just
like an Acme bomb.
Yeah. just and embeds itself into the squid like face of this lich-like illithid.
Squid banana.
This giant lich-like illithid.
Yep.
As the arrow sits there for a moment, the head just as tentacles fly everywhere, flapping into the undamaged building to its left and all over the rubble to its right. One lands
It's like a
directly
bad anime.
fountain, splash. For a moment, Pelovic, you look over and think, que bueno.
By the way, and then the arrow goes and appears back in Stell's quiver.
And that arrow just, and you see a little smiley-faced arrow in Stell's quiver.
So actually, on the d8s on that roll, I rolled 5 d7s, 1 d8, and 1 d6.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. How many?
So I rolled almost as good as I possibly could have on the d8.
Wow.
I really nerfed that bow.
No.
Well, no, then the fact that it was a sneak attack. So my sneak attack is 4d6, but it was doubled, so it was 8d6.
Yeah, because crit.
Right.
Dear Lord. All right.
So I did almost the most damage that I possibly could have done on that roll with the d8s, because the d8s just rolled really well.
Which is amazeballs.
I mean, to be
Because
fair,
normally
it has to
on
roll a
that
20.
roll, I'll do around 50, 55.
Yeah.
So you did double the amount of damage that
I would
occurred in the
typically.
first round with
Yeah.
one shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Stell is a rogue, so that's what we're supposed to do.
Right.
So he attacked, so he's not invisible anymore.
He's no
right?
longer.
That is true. But there doesn't appear to be a bad guy anymore.
I just look over at
The
Stella.
guards, everybody is literally eyes fixed on Stell. And the guards are like, yeah!
This is when I wish I had guns, because I want to be like, there's got to be something you could do with a bow like that.
You spin it around on your,
Spin it around and just toss it back on your back.
back on your quiver. And they all just,
That's sneak. Says one.
An arrow.
two of them come
Like
over.
the arrow.
One grabs you, one on either side of you, grabbing your legs. They hoist you up on their shoulders and they start parading you through town. All the people are like,
riding on the guards.
Yeah.
people are looking like, I think he was with the people that killed the hobo, but yeah, you killed the giant squid thing. And wait, did you kill the hobo? Oh, who gives a shit?
No, I killed the squid.
Who cares? They parade you through the streets. Pelovic, who are these people? They're strange.
Now that Stell's on somebody's shoulder and is my height, can I give him a little high five for that? That was pretty good.
Yeah. Most certainly can. Roll to hit.
Oh, come on.
I'm not trying to dodge a high five.
You might wanna.
Is it a 1?
No.
You successfully high five Stell.
I'm like, it's a 9 plus I don't know what.
Yeah, that's good enough. 0. It would be 9 plus 0, but it's still enough because he's mostly a willing recipient.
Yes.
Mostly a willing.
If you had rolled a 1, you would have smacked him off the guards.
Nice.
Well, I would have rolled
Nice job,
acrobatics and rolled off gracefully.
Oh.
Yeah, he probably would have made an acrobatics check and looked really
that
cool.
that was fantastic.
God, I love this bow.
All right. The guards walk you back to sort of the center of town, and there's a large government building there. And they say, we need to tell people of your deeds. Meanwhile, the elemental disappears. As you guys are walking by, Pelervik,
Somebody should pick him up.
the stun sort of like it's kind of half faded, but you're like really confused. You're not really sure what's going on, where you are, why are you with these people, and what's with this mace.
I'm over here, so I'll turn around and.
I was up in that tower.
Yes,
And
we were there.
That was a crazy place. And I'm glad you guys helped me destroy this thing.
Helped you? What did you do?
Well, I made the elemental.
Moral
Which did nothing.
But anyway, I'm here, and you're here with me.
You are very observant.
Protect
And-
my child.
Oh, and I forgot. I also had 2 more D6 because of my hunter's mark.
And I felt good, pretty good. You know,
So when I send a picture, that's why there's so many D6s.
I felt pretty good protecting you guys. And
Is he for real?
I think he is for real.
I think for now, there's safety in numbers right now. So I think I'll hang out with you guys for a little bit.
It's okay.
I look at Moro, and I just like point to the make like the amulet where it would be, and just kind of like wink.
I have a lovely amulet. What?
No, his amulet.
No, on him.
As you look over at Pelervik,
I
you
duck down
focus
and
in
look
on
over.
the amulet, and it swirls with a smoky white arcane energy. And you think,
That looks like the gem on.
you look down where Onyxon is carrying Shalfon's armor, and that gem has no radiance, no arcane energy in it in this moment.
So that the armor has nothing but the amulet. So in my head, do I feel like maybe it's transferred?
Make an intelligence check. Does that make sense tomorrow?
It feels like it. If it's not there, but it's now there, and it's a similar color. Intelligence.
Yes. Just a regular straight intelligence check.
12.
Yeah, I mean, it's feasible. Maybe the magic energy has transferred to this amulet. Maybe, who knows?
It is strange. I can see that the amulet is doing some weird things, but I don't understand what. So then, where is Shal? He's just pointing at him, and I'm like,
In there?
no, that is clearly he is. That is not. I don't know if you remember what that dude looked like, but
I'm actually pretty sure I can't participate in this conversation because I'm being carried by guards. So
That's correct.
he was even taller than me. Wings, glowing, all holier than thou.
But remember, he
Certainly
turned
holier
into
than
Bemis
me.
one time.
What?
Remember, he turned into Bemis one time.
Okay. Yes, that is true. So what? He just turns into random people?
I'm starting to think so.
That is very strange.
I'm kind of hungry.
Uh,
You guys hungry?
But
They're talking about you. Right in front of
I
you.
message Onyxun, and I'm like, but he seems like he doesn't know. He's confused.
Bemis was confused when he came forward too. He didn't remember anything, and he didn't know the name Shalfan.
Who are these
There's
people?
there's
I messaged-
something really weird going
You
on.
can't hear me. This is weird. Okay. I guess
Are
maybe
these
we
infected
should
corpse?
It's all purple goo.
keep an
at this
eye
point.
on him then.
I'm just gonna like.
I think so.
You
Fair.
touch
Well,
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Make
think
a
traveling with us
Constitution
is a
saving throw,
great
please.
idea.
I'll come with you.
Great.
18.
What?
You take
I duck down and offer my hand and say, I'm Moritar.
3 points of
I'm
damage
Palavic.
as it burns,
Hellervik.
Yes.
and you see chains start to come out of the goo. At your hands.
Oh, you might not want to touch that stuff.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
That's kind of gooey.
6.
Chain lashes out, grabs onto your. You take 2 points of damage, and you are entangled in the chain.
Hey, look! He's wrapping around there.
Oh shit, Ardor.
You look as Arterar is kind of leaning down, touching the goo, and there's this chain that has emerged from the goo and has wrapped itself around Arterar's arm and is slowly creeping up its arm.
I don't think he should be touching that.
Stell, you're like halfway down the street. You're gone.
Yeah, I figured.
I mean, it's got you, and it's starting to pull you.
Bloodied state.
You're in your bloodied state. Go ahead and do it.
I was gonna run over
Really?
and hit the
So
chain with my staff.
vertical column of divine fire roars down from the heavens.
And attacks the,
I'm like running at him with my staff.
Attacks the dead.
attacks the enemy that last damaged you, right? So you see this vertical column of radiant and fire energy just erupt from the sky. And just slams skadoosh into the stone ground, right? You see the change dissipate in the immense energy, and the stone actually of the ground just cracks away, and all of that purple gooey residue that was left behind the body of this lich illithid just combusts in a holy roar of radiant fire. It burns the stone, and you see chains come up from the ground. 10, 12 chains emerging from the stone, the cobblestone floor, reaching up into the sky, into the fiery column, and then just, fuck you, fire!
Awesome.
It's like the end of an anime movie. Seriously.
We killed the Templar. Now we're gonna kill it again.
Back to the goddamn shit. Hit you for 2 points of damage and hit your bloody save. Amazing. Like the surface of the stones are just decimated with this holy radiant fire. And it all falls into this, like ash is just floating down from the sky. Where quite literally the purple goo just went boom up into the air, decimated, burnt.
Hey, good for you. You killed it again.
I had started to run toward him with my staff because I was going to hit the thing, and then that happened, and I'm like, I love everything about it. I had no idea you could do that.
So 10 chains. Hang on, I'm figuring it out for you. 10 chains. The corpse.
So total damage taken. So should I just roll for the damage?
You're gonna have to roll for the damage, and then I have to multiply it out amongst all of the things and figure out what hit point values of a fucking chain are.
You're welcome.
That I have to do for this game. It's quite amazing.
That's the radiant, and that's the other stuff. 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 25 total.
Okay, so you take, let's say,
It's a nice way to heal.
How did you do that? That was awesome.
dead, so no real hit points, but it would burn off. So you take 80 hit points back from
And I'm back
destroying these animated chains, who we're going to say had about 8 hit points per chain, and there were like 10 or 12 of them. So 80 sounds like a good number.
I'm back at full anyway.
Damn.
What was that?
Thank your mother.
That was wild.
Every time you say that, it's so
Guys,
nice.
the guards are walking away with Stell.
We should go.
How far away is he at this point?
He's like 60, 80 feet away.
All right.
And he's like going there out of this.
They're taking me for a drink, I'm sure.
He is like down the road.
Guys?
You can see the parade of guards.
Let's go catch up with Stell.
And that
Is where we'll end tonight.
That was brilliant.
Arya, how is being remote?
Good.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Internet, if you joined us tonight, thank you. We hope you enjoyed a little peek into our game of time traveling